This program is rated 14+ and contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Be aware that all individuals were willing participants in the creation of this content. Although you may agree or disagree with the opinions, rhetoric, or topics, this program is for entertainment purposes only. No feelings were hurt during the filming of this podcast. Or maybe just a few.
When you look upon me, just know you staring at a boss. Put it in the bag, we ain't asking what it costs. I got some dead presidents I like to spread. I gotta get it out my head. Like and subscribe, gotta give a double tap. Catch a couple episodes, you can double back. I got opinions on my mind, I like to spread. I gotta get it out my head. I gotta get it out my head.
Welcome, Out of My Head podcast. Blaze, what's good?
What's really good, nigga?
What's good, man?
What's up?
I ain't saying shit to Tone because he don't got a mic today.
Oh, that's why you skipped over him a little bit. Okay,
but he probably gonna have it at some point.
Gotcha.
What up, Tone? Then, he getting the mic. Wait.
I'm falling back on talking to focus on my duties as a director.
Yeah, please do that.
That's what you call it? All right.
It's a lot to juggle audio and video and talking.
And being that
It's a lot to
commentary.
juggle.
That's why the tone, juggling.
No diddy.
Juggling.
But,
Damn, juggling is bad too. Yo, bro, I'm about to just talk like this. I don't know.
What to say?
I plead the
Rico's still
I
gonna be like,
can-
hey, yo.
What don't you know?
What, you confused or something?
Right. Yeah, we got Rico over here too.
Yo, but we got a couple special guests in the building. Once again, we got my man Steve. What's good?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? Wait. What was the full?
Steve Wray Jr.
Steve
right?
Steve Wray Jr.
Yes, sir.
Nice. And then we got Yex back in the building.
Yes.
Peace.
Word. So, I know we talked about you in the poetry last week and everything, right? You just did some poetry for us. It
Word.
was dope.
It was really dope.
Thank
It
you.
was dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can you
definitely.
taste it? Can they find it or anything? Or you just
No.
gonna
No, they
perform
can't
it?
find that.
Word.
Nah,
Can they find any
They
of
can't
your
steal those
poetry?
lines, bro. They can't steal them.
On my IG, you may be able to see some stuff. So yeah.
All right, word.
Like you got recordings, or you just got like?
So I have some videos up there.
Okay.
I've done a commercial before that I think was really powerful. It was like a sports ad for women. So there's a few projects up there that are pretty fire.
Word. So make sure y'all check it out.
Yes,
definitely.
that's YASSS_YEX.
And Steve, how can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, at I am Steve Wray Jr. It's
Word.
at IAM
Word.
STEVEWRAYJR.
Word. And Steve, tell them what you do.
I'm an R&B singer. I've been doing it for a while, since like 2015. But ever since I linked up with Tone, that's big bro. He helped me get better. I used to go as different monikers all over the place, and he was like, "Shut up, nigga! You're Steve Wray Jr. You're Steve Wray Jr. That's what you're
That's
going
your
at.
fucking name.
That's your name."
What was your old monikers?
I went as
He ain't give you like a Jamie Foxx kind of name.
Nah. He said you're Steve Wray Jr. Because I did rapping and singing, and he's like, always put your best foot forward with the singing.
Okay.
So I went as Diamond as the singing because that's my family name. I'm Jamaican, so how all Jamaicans, they got their governments and then they got their nicknames in the household.
Right.
I'm Diamond, because my grandmother's name is Ruby. So I went as Diamond as a singer, and I went as Young God as a rapper. And he was like,
Oh, you was two different people. You had a split personality.
yes. And now I'm Steve Wray Jr.
Did you ever have a song?
Amalgamation of both.
Did
Do
you ever
the
have a
other
song?
two still exist? And
They
this,
probably
then there's
do. They probably
always
still
always.
use this in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably
Diamond.
Did you ever have a song, Young God, featuring Diamond?
Yes.
That's actually that makes mad sense.
I do that.
Yo,
I do that. And I think it's funny though, you know what I'm saying? But Steve Wray Jr. is just a combination of Diamond and Young God.
Young God featuring Diamond by Steve Wray
By
Jr.
Steve, that'd be crazy.
Right? Written by Steve Ray
Be
Jr.
the same nigga on the whole album. You got three different
Niggas be looking up like, who is this?
who is this guy?
Who is that? And like, I keep finding the same nigga.
What the fuck is that? Give me the loop.
But I be
all over
engineering
again.
too, so it's like I took the whole Diamond thing and I did a tag for fun and put and made it. It called it. Diamond did it. So like when I engineer people's songs, I put the engineer tag on it. So it says Diamond did it right before the track, and I think that's hilarious because I ain't make the beat. I ain't make the beat.
Yeah, Rico looking like what?
What?
I ain't.
He said you did that to the beat I sold you?
Nah. I ain't stealing the beat. I give the producer. I always give the producer
you pay
credit
before you
because
steal?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You pay before you
Yeah.
Like I pray before I eat. You feel me?
Hey, yo. It's funny he said that, though, because I just seen a fucking sketch on Instagram where the producer walked in the studio and checked the engineer. And he was like, "What up, bro?" He was like, "Nah, I ain't know what up, bro. Take your fucking tag off the front of that song. You ain't do shit to mix and master. You ain't make that beat."
He said, I got you later. Next paycheck.
Diamond did it, yo.
Nah, that's funny because like whenever I used to like have songs and shit, I'll be like, yo, I need these tags off the fucking song. Hey, matter of fact, I told Tone I had a song that I did, and I told him I was like, yo, could you take the tag? Like, nigga, get them niggas their credit.
Nah, for real. Niggas was doing anything to get them tags off back in the
Was
day.
this before or after he started taking the tags off?
Nah, this is recent. It's like, oh, he was taking the tags off?
Yeah.
Give me the mic back. I gotta defend myself.
Damn.
I gotta defend myself. First of all, popping tags, nigga. First of all, I was taking niggas' tags off back in the day when we ain't had no money to buy beats. I was able to chop a nigga beat down and
this
make
ain't
my
the same
own version of the beat. But I don't do no shit like that no more. I give the producers their credit.
Okay.
He said we
He
grown
said I can
now.
afford it.
Shit
I can
now.
afford it now. Yeah.
You feel me?
About that.
Nah, we don't mean to offend, Reek. We don't mean to. We don't mean to
Yo, he
offend.
got his arms crossed and shit. Yo,
We don't mean to-
legs going like
we don't
this
mean to
and shit.
offend,
yo.
man.
Rico,
Yo,
know
y'all can see Rico on the camera right now, yo. This nigga,
I don't do no business with none of y'all niggas.
yo,
He's
we
like, I
just
want
bought
the
a beat
future.
from you, and your tag gonna stay up there.
Facts.
In the beginning,
Yeah.
We gonna let that rock out. We got you.
Absolutely.
He gonna pay
It's not
for it.
throughout the whole beat though. That's the thing.
Nah, that's the shit. Now I'm cutting that shit out if it's throughout the whole beat.
Yo, you
Leave it
want
in the beginning.
you want to know a funny story though about that? So there was a kid pulled up to the studio. He had a beat. It was fire, and I took all the tags out. And the kid sent the song to the guy who made the beat. So every video after that beat, so his tag was, "You like this beat? Buy it." Right?
Oh,
and
that's
it would
the
go
worst
through.
tag.
Yeah,
Look,
that's the
and it would
worst
go
fucking
through the
tag.
beat. So
That just mean
after
you
we
ain't
did
buy the
that,
beat.
no, but that's funny though. After we did that, after I did that, he sent the song. He was like, "Yo, bro, I made a song, blah blah blah," and I posted it. I'm just letting you know, so there's no discrepancies.
Wait, he trying to
This
steal
nigga,
your shit?
this nigga made a new tag that said, "You like this beat? Buy it, nigga." And the nigga echoed throughout that shit, just kept echoing, nigga,
Oh, so you couldn't really
nigga.
cut it out.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's kind of genius, though.
That's funny
That's
as
kind
hell.
of genius because you
That's-
can't get rid of the
You
fucking
can't
tag.
get rid of the echo. 'Cause
Yeah,
you try to find a new
that's
spot
a
in the
good
beat.
idea.
That shit's
Yo,
go,
Rico, there you go, right there.
Nigga.
I was doing that like 10 years ago.
I've been putting echoes in my shit.
Word.
Nah, that's
Yo.
crazy.
But nah, y'all got any upcoming projects y'all want to promote real quick? Get the word out on
Nah, I
any
already-
events
I
coming up.
I already told you, man. I'm just working right now. Starting next month, I'm going to mental trip. Get my mind right.
Like
Yeah.
shrooms?
Yes, shrooms. So I'm gonna do some different shit. I'm about to take shrooms, and I'm gonna pop a 10 milligram Adderall so I can focus.
Holy shit,
so I can focus on the trip. I'm gonna hyper focus on the
I'm about
trip.
going
What's
on a
that?
trip like nigga said thinking
What's that
vacation.
beeswax called?
Yo,
that
that's-
beeswax that they be.
The fucking
We need
Ayahuasca.
30
the
milligrams.
ayahuasca,
though.
beeswax.
Ayahuasca.
Oh, that
That shit
nah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a little OD.
Milligrams don't do enough. I need
Nigga.
a 30 piece.
About to get my mind right, and I'm about
Nah,
to just
this
lock in and
motherfuckers-
make this
The
fire ass
ayahuasca,
music, bro.
Yeah.
Make this fire
You
ass
can't play
music.
I
with
can't
ayahuasca.
do
You
no
have to
shit like
fast.
that,
Yeah,
nigga.
you
I'll
have
be
to
on a
fast
different
and
trip.
Nah, I be
I'll
seeing
be on
it.
a different commented trip, nigga.
You
I'll
should
be
fast on
panic like a
shrooms too,
motherfucker.
but people don't. They use it recreationally.
Why
But
should you-
ayahuasca,
why should you
have to
fast?
Wait, what do you mean
Oh, yeah,
fast on shrooms?
You have to
Before-
fast
before.
when you're going to take shrooms. So any psychedelic that you're going to indulge in, you should fast, meaning you should detox your system out. but a lot of people take it recreationally. But ayahuasca, you can't play with that. If you don't fast, you can die. It can be fatal.
Shit.
Well, the thing about shrooms is you're right. You do need a fast, but however, when you do take the shrooms, if you're taking like edible, that's different. You know, it's an edible. But when you're taking the actual mushrooms,
you need edible weed or
no
edible
edible.
No,
shrooms.
it's not. It's the same.
But when you, no. When you
It
take
is the same.
I would say drink some water when you're taking an edible. But
Well, don't you microdose it?
No, you don't have to.
You don't have to. But if you about to
you
just
can take as much as you want.
full-fledged trip, you gotta eat it with something. You gotta eat food.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I caught myself chill. You gotta eat food. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that because it's poison. It's
No, you
poison.
don't.
It's poison. But
it's
what
not
gets you? What get,
poison.
all right, it's poison, but it's not deadly. You know
It's
what
not
I mean?
poison.
Yo, that shit is not.
It's not poison. Fungus is the oldest living organism on the face of the planet.
Well, I mean, if we talking about
Classified
white
by
people,
who?
white people.
Yeah,
You're
we
right.
could talk about that too.
Okay. Nah,
Classified by who?
I peep
It's
what
a
you-
schedule what drug?
I peep what you were saying. Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
But at the same
it's
time,
not poisonous. It's plant medicine.
yes.
I'm not saying you have to fast. Nothing bad will happen to you if you do not fast.
Just have an upset stomach.
But if you want the most optimal trip, you should
You might have
fast.
to go to the shit
Might have to
prior
shit.
to-
Might have to
You
gas.
might have to shit on for a while.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna
Not
No,
death.
if you don't fast, it will interfere with your high, and that's why when you said it's different if you take an edible. So if I took shrooms in a chocolate bar, it's not gonna be no different than if I just consume raw shrooms because it's moving through your digestive system. Both of them.
It is, but the edibles are already refined. It's oils. Oils break down in your body faster than the actual shroom material. So the oils are more concentrated than the actual mushrooms themselves.
You're talking about what kind of edibles? Because the edible mushrooms that
wheat?
I consume
Yeah,
have actual
I never heard mushrooms being in oil.
chunks in them.
Nah, you can break it down.
Yeah,
can break it
they
down to
actually
oil?
have the
Bro, you can
mushroom
break
in
anything down
the
to oil,
bar.
bro.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
most part. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
That's why they do it in edibles and shit like chocolate or cake because
Well, 'cause
those
it
oils
tastes
are
better.
fat soluble, so
Yeah.
they bind with fat molecules, and that's how your body breaks it down. You know, so you get the most intense high that way.
Absolutely not.
What?
Absolutely not.
You serious?
Yes, doing it.
That's how it works.
Hop in the comments and let us know how you like your
order smoke
shrooms.
today. Let's get it. I love it.
I love it. I love
When
it.
you
Yeah.
take them raw, actually, what causes you to have the most intense high is acidity. So if you eat acid or acidic fruit like pineapple or mango,
Yeah.
when you are consuming shrooms, it'll boost your high. Even when you smoke weed, eating mango and doing like acidic.
Niggas in the background said,
Well,
"Word."
I've never-
Used to be some dope ass weed.
I think she
Well,
might
I've never
say
done,
orange
well, I've
juice.
never
That's
done
what
that. I never
Remember
tried
Pineapple
anything.
Express?
Yeah.
Is that why that shit was so good?
Nope.
Right.
What? No, I didn't. Yeah, pineapple.
Yeah,
is
what
acidic.
Pineapple. Yeah, you know, tomatoes are acidic.
Pineapple's not alkaline.
No, I understand that, but remember, orange juice was a staple. When you took your bean, niggas used to drink orange juice. You
But we
cushion
ain't talking
orange
about a
juice.
bean, though. We talking about
Yeah.
we talking about
But you
shrooms.
talking? I'm
Talking
just
about
talking about
psilocybin,
acidic fruit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Acidic.
it boosts the high. It boosts the high.
Boost the high? I mean, shit, I gotta try that.
It make the high come out faster.
I've
So
never
that's what I'm
tried
saying. So if I'm gonna guide someone on shrooms, in order to be guided by me, if you want to indulge in shrooms on your own, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Facts.
But if you want to be guided by me, you have to fast for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then when you break that fast, we
You
break
sounding
it
like the
with
plug
fruit.
right now.
I was about to say, are you like
So-
some
like
room
the plug,
consultant?
right?
I'm not saying I'm not.
Where can we buy your services?
Psilocybin is not legal in the state of Connecticut.
Hey, yo, so
Yeah.
what kind of fast does a person have to go on?
Probably like
So people have to, for me, people have to abstain from all negative consumption. So that's not just not eating food. That's not fucking. That's not social media. That's not this
I'm done.
gossip.
That's it.
That's
You
crazy.
had me
No,
at the
but
first one.
But she's right
What that
though
gotta do with my digestive
because
system?
sexual energy. It's not even about the digestion. It's because sexual energy is one of the strongest energies there is. Because sexual energy brings you to have sex, and sex creates life. Right? Like I get that shit. I
That
understand it.
and
I ain't get that
I don't
shit.
get that shit at all, bro.
I ain't get that shit.
Oh no.
so I'm gonna tell
That's
you why
a
you
leak,
can't.
nigga.
Sexual energy.
That's a
is
reach.
sexual energy.
Yo, it's
And that
powerful.
shit make you have sex.
It's powerful.
I'm
nigga.
like, I'm with you. I'm with
It's
you.
powerful.
No, what shrooms do
And
is
then you have babies.
And then you
shrooms
have
make your
kids.
subconscious come forward, right?
What's that? Go ahead.
Shrooms
So-
or
so
psilocybins or psychedelics make
So
your
if somebody's
subconscious
taking
come
shrooms,
forward.
you wanted to have them to have the
a clear
mind.
subconscious.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
So what
You
does a
don't
clear
want anything
subconscious
to
look
be
like?
clouding their subconscious.
What about
Oh, because
So
of the trip.
does it change the trip?
okay.
It will
that's
change
different.
the
That makes
So
sense.
you don't see like I never did this shit before, but when I see on TV, it be all this fucking wild like shit
wait.
happening. Does that shit actually happen? First off,
No,
that
not
shit.
on
He
shrooms.
said
You don't
yeah.
hallucinate
So
on
you don't be
shrooms?
doing this shit. Oh, yeah.
So
So
there's
like,
no hallucination on shrooms?
What about?
There's,
What about
I'm not gonna say
post-nut
Can it help people with anxiety?
There's
Post-nut clarity is the
what?
shit.
nigga, I'm not doing.
Can it
shrooms.
help?
I'm not doing shrooms, nigga.
It can help people.
Yes.
It's not just anxiety
Okay,
specifically. I'm not
okay.
gonna. First of all, I'm not a doctor. This is not any medical advice.
Okay, okay,
alright?
okay,
Please
Just
say
so
that.
clear.
Say that,
Y'all
yeah,
hearing
okay,
this
Say
shit.
that.
Yeah,
I'm not a
yeah.
doctor. This
We
medical
are-
advice.
none of us are
Psilocybin
doctors.
is not legal in the state of
doctor.
Connecticut. I'm not a distributor. I'm just having a conversation right
Facts.
now.
Right.
So with that being
Don't come
said,
for us.
can it help someone with anxiety? What it does is it repairs the neural pathways in the brain. So it's not just anxiety. It's a bunch of different ailments that individuals may have. So it heals those neural pathways. We was just having this conversation earlier. The myelin, which is the white matter of the brain, is the messenger. That's where it's the highways where all the messages
neurons and
pass
shit.
through. So when you consume fungus
Came from
the symbiotic nature of it looks very much like
A
the
particular
synapses in the
fungus.
brain.
A particular fungus.
Well,
Like,
No,
not
all
like-
fungus have a
All
have
fungus.
A, have a
Well, some
yeah.
of them can be deadly, right?
some of them can be
Be
deadly.
Yeah.
Some
So
of
you
them
gotta
can
be
be
careful
deadly.
with that.
So there are some
Can't
edible
be picking them off the
shrooms
ground,
that
Greg.
also have good health benefits.
Not the ones on the trees in the hood.
Not on the dog shit.
those-
Not on
And
the
people
dog
be
shit.
foraging because some of them do be good for you.
Yeah, son.
I don't know. That
No,
nigga
'cause
got
it's funny
a little
because
taller.
you know,
He was on psilocybin.
Wait,
He
a little
was
taller.
Nigga got taller?
Only thing I want to add though is off camera. You said that you are a shaman and you do help people through their trip. I'm just suggesting that you should tell these motherfuckers to go barefoot. They got to
So
connect
I'm
to
not
the
saying.
earth.
So I'm not saying that. I never
Barefoot
said
on
that people don't be barefoot.
They got to be connected.
You
to
made
the
that.
earth.
You made that assumption. So the reason why people should be barefoot is because white people don't they co-opt everything. So they be jacking all of our shit,
Hippies.
and then they'll give it new names. So now they call it grounding when you be barefoot outside with your feet out.
Right.
But
I've
really,
seen that where they lay down in the grass and shit.
yeah, you're able negative ions are able to move through your body better when you're barefoot.
Because I heard too one time that if you sleep with your head north or something like that too, that helps you with the ions and stuff like
I
that.
heard that shit
Also,
too.
I've never heard that before.
I've heard that.
Polarity.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
gravitation
I've
pull.
never
Yeah,
heard
yeah. So like, if you put your bed to facing north, so your head faces north,
Which way are bad for?
that helps you.
about to change that shit tonight.
Nigga left.
Crazy.
Yeah, go home, move furniture.
home.
So you are saying something that's actually a fact, right? But
Right.
the thing is when I tried to, I work in construction.
Right.
Most rooms is not built for you to have your bed in a position for you to actually have your head pointing to the north.
Gotcha.
I mean, you can't
yeah,
sleep
yeah,
north.
My
You're
bedroom
gonna sleep a
boxy
little
as
weird,
fuck.
but
That's why you gotta get a mansion.
you're gonna be sleeping.
I'll put my bed in the middle of the fucking room if it means
So I
shit
should
gonna be
sleep
better.
barefoot outside,
Sleep barefoot
Yo,
facing the
outside.
north, facing the North Star
While you fasting.
while I'm fasting.
That nigga want to
And
be
not
an
having
avatar.
sex.
And try to be an
And
avatar.
not having sex. Yeah,
I'm not having sex.
Don't forget.
I'm not doing that. I'm
She
not
said
doing that part.
You can't have
I'm not
sex.
doing that.
I didn't hear that.
You telling me
I
you
didn't
can't
hear none of
abstain
that.
from sex ever at all?
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've done it, but I really would rather not.
How I'm supposed to abstain? How I'm supposed to abstain from sex, social media, and negativity, and I live in the hood for 3 days? What, I'm supposed to read a book?
I was about to say, nigga, it's a lot of
That's
books to read.
crazy.
Hey man, I
Niggas,
So-
I did it. I did it before I
niggas
got
just
married.
say, yo,
I've been
negativity,
I've been
like,
texting these niggas in the group, right, with some positivity shit. This nigga
Nobody ain't say shit.
Tone says,
Nigga, you said one good message.
No.
Get the
I
fuck
said
out of
three.
here.
Nah, he did it 3 times.
I
He
did
did it.
three.
every day.
And then
Blaze don't read
Tone
shit.
ended up texting me like, "You went to church or something?" I said, "What?" I
I said, God damn, nigga.
Nah, but them niggas,
I'm trying to be positive,
them shits be ultra positive. We never been that positive
Yeah, I hope
in the
y'all
message
niggas-
before.
I hope y'all niggas win the lotto,
Yo,
a Pulitzer Prize.
My nigga, like, nah, he went to God on the shit. He was like, yo,
that day, bro.
one day
And
he
then,
said,
no, 3
hey,
days in a
I
row,
pray
too.
you guys have a blessed day.
All your
and
dreams come
all your
true.
dreams. He's like, yo,
No, I did not say dreams, nigga.
who the fuck my nigga phone?
My nigga old dying. Oh no. No, not my nigga.
Not
What
my
did
nigga.
I said, literally, y'all, everybody deals with negativity every day. And
That's
one
fact.
that's what I positive thought, thing bro. out I the thought day, that you know nigga was
Nah,
dying,
on some real
I
nigga shit.
said, oh, you good, bro? Yeah.
Nah, we joking and shit, but nah, that shit definitely.
On some real shit,
definitely-
that should go a long way because at the end of the
shit
day,
is
like
funny.
when people send you shit like that, it helps.
It means you dying.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it mean that too.
Niggas start
That's
being
like sending
ultra
somebody a
positive
text
out the
saying,
blue,
hey, I've been
niggas be
thinking about
dying.
you.
My God, Yo, you just like, gotta cherish chill. life, man. You never know how
Right,
good life
like-
could
Hey,
be.
man,
how good you got
that's
it.
our
Oh,
own traumas showing right
Yeah,
now, bro.
that's definitely what the trauma
That's our
showing.
own
Jesus
traumas
Christ.
just showing in
Like they
full
went straight
effect.
to Jesus on me, my nigga.
Yo,
like,
nah, nigga, you went to
Nigga
Jesus.
say, yo, you kind of positive today,
good-ass
nigga.
fucking
You
day,
dying?
nigga.
Like,
That's it.
you about to be out of here? Like,
damn.
He said, I'm having such a great day, I'm going to tell my niggas.
Yo, word. Like,
That
I
nigga
hope
okay
you
with
have
some
a
money
day
or
just-
something.
I hope you have a day just as good as mine, nigga.
I thought that nigga was setting up an alibi.
Just
Like,
so
bro,
they know
everything
that I was
straight, bro?
sending text
You need me to
messages
come
at this
over there,
time.
bro? What's going on, bro?
what's going on, dog?
How can I murder somebody? Look at the text I just sent. I was happy as hell.
Yo, what's good for today, yo? Let's get
All
this
right,
going,
so we got a game real quick. We're
All
going to do our verses. Right?
Okay.
So it's a trending topic right now. We got Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole versus. Who do you guys choose as a better artist?
A better artist or
that's
somebody
a
who has
crazy-
like the most hits?
Our artist is loaded.
Because if we talking about better
That's
artists,
parameters.
I'd say Kendrick is the better artist, and J. Cole, follows.
But define artist. Define artist.
All right, artist, like his ability to
Visually,
to get his
visually.
message across, like what he did with the Grammys and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He really just gets into his work. You know what I'm saying? And he's very, very passionate about that. J. Cole is too, but I think J. Cole is just more relaxed. It's like a relaxed version of Kendrick.
Yeah, look at how he dressed. He don't give a fuck.
He's a
chilling.
very
Yeah, he's
J. Cole's a
natural.
very relaxed version of Kendrick.
Yeah.
But then when we're talking about hits, you can't say it's not Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like
One
Drake,
away from Michael, nigga beat it. Nigga
take
beat
away
it.
the culture vulture shit. Yes, he's been in
The
different
last, like,
cultures,
3 years, Drake ain't been Drake.
I
But
mean,
you
I think
gotta-
Drake
I
is
don't
on a
agree
trial
with that.
run.
You
Yeah, I
gotta
don't
factor
agree
in.
with that.
You
I don't agree
gotta
with that.
factor in the
Because he's
fact.
still been platinum.
Yeah, Drake is on a
Yeah, he's still
transitional
been platinum,
period.
but
He's
he
just
ain't been
I mean,
Drake.
I don't agree with still that.
I don't
Yeah,
agree.
nah,
You think
I'll
Drake
agree
been
with that to
having
an
the
extent.
Drake that he
It's-
used to
but
have?
it's not
Still
that.
top 10 in the
Exactly.
fucking
I'm not
polls,
talking
bro.
about that. I'm
Bro.
talking about his quality of music.
What have
He-
you
Yeah,
been
but
that's to listening you.
What you
Is
say?
his quality
He's
of
not
music
making the
is
same
it-
type of quality music
Is his
he was.
quality of music the same
He's
quality
not.
of music he made? Is it the
What-
same
what is-
music?
So what do you
He
define as
transcends
quality?
with the time. Let's-
Quality,
hold on, bro.
lyricism.
Hold on, bro. Let's be clear.
The thought that he
Yo,
put
bro,
into.
listen. Because I feel like you speaking on the music without listening to the music.
Oh no, I'll be
And
listening.
it's a problem that we be having with the fans.
Nah, I'll be listening.
Niggas don't listen to the music, but speak on the music. When niggas said he wasn't being lyrical, that nigga came through with an extra 6-piece on the deluxe and was rapping his ass off.
Drake
he's-
is the
he's
kind
doing
of
that shit,
person
yeah.
who performs under that kind of scrutiny. As soon as someone starts saying that he ain't doing shit he's supposed to be doing,
That's
could
cool.
do it.
start knocking.
But is that the same quality of Drake as before when we
But
didn't have
when
to
you saying
scrutinize?
quality,
actually
what are you
better.
saying?
No, we always
Quality.
scrutinize
No,
Drake.
back in the day, we didn't have to do that shit.
scrutinize
Drake
Drake.
came out with the
Better.
fire.
But
Nah,
Only
we
thing we
hold
ever
up.
said was
We scrutinized
the
him for
singing-ass
different
nigga.
shit.
I
We
don't
called him a
think
bitch back in
quality
the
is
day.
the right word.
That was
You
what we
saying
scrutinized him
quality?
for.
Quality is
bitch,
not
but
the
his
right
shit
word.
still hit.
We didn't scrutinize him
No
for
matter what,
quality.
his shit was
Quality
still
is
hit.
not the right word because
Drake
y'all
is a
have
better
niggas who are hungry when they first start,
Yeah.
and their music is way different
that's
from when they
everybody.
mature. How long he been in the game?
Over 10 years?
Nobody's
Over 10 years.
music
Well over,
who's
yeah.
been in the game for over 10 years is the same.
Coming on
That's not
15.
true.
Niggas said
Past
Jay-Z's
15.
shit
That's
started
not true.
sounding lazy as he became rich
Jay-Z
and had
shit
less
don't
and less.
sound lazy. That nigga be going,
To you, it
Jay-
don't
but
sound
Jay-Z
lazy.
but Jay-Z don't rap.
I'm a Jay-Z
fan.
fan. The last
Yo.
3 Jay-Z songs have not been it. You
What 3 songs?
criticizing the wrong
What
nigga.
3 songs?
Nigga, all the last verses that
Nigga
nigga
said
put out
all
that
of
was
them.
long as fuck on everybody's song.
did, wasn't
He
it?
said, name them.
Yo,
God's what?
God did, wasn't it?
Jay-Z's
Did I
verse
like the
on
God did verse?
That was the
I don't
longest
even
shit
remember
he
the
did.
God did
Nigga,
verse.
he went crazy on that shit. It was
Yeah,
one,
I don't even remember
it was
that
one
verse like
take,
that.
and he fucking he had crazy different double entendres, all that shit.
I
that-
don't give a
that
fuck.
is-
I didn't
like,
like
yo,
it.
he had shit that you have to.
That
really
was that
think about.
5-minute shit?
Listen,
It depends.
bro.
On,
minute-
it depends
yeah,
on what you're looking
Wayne's
for.
verse was way better
Bro,
on that
bro,
shit
let
than
me-
Jay-Z.
Nah. We done
Listen.
talking. We done talking.
I
We
think
is
yo, I
completely
think the
done.
problem I think the
Completely
I
problem
wouldn't
is
say it's way better. I'll say it's underrated.
Bro,
Definitely underrated.
I spent my entire life studying Jay-Z to become the artist that I am. I don't remember none of that God's did verse.
God did.
Go listen again.
No, I shouldn't have
Go-
to because
go-
guess
go
what?
listen
I
again,
can listen
'cause
to
I
a song.
remember-
I can listen to a song once and remember half of the verse if I like it.
Yeah, but yo, the thing is there was so much shit
No,
that happened.
I don't
in that
remember
song.
none of that shit.
y'all
was
separate
a
y'all
lot. How many-
separating the artist from the
I'm-
person.
How many songs? I'm not. I'm.
I
it's
think
all the
I
same
think
for
so.
me.
The
Nah,
reason
nah,
why
I
I say
think-
yo, look, the reason why I say that is because you gotta understand, like, as a fan, right? You're only exposed to these people
Through what they
through their
exposed you,
exactly through what they expose to you through their music. Jay-Z been in the game for years. It don't matter if he's dropping some shit and you think it's not hot. You think it's not hot as a fan. Jay-Z saying I'm dropping this because I'm in a different mode, I'm in a different level, and this is the shit that they really need to pay attention to. And if they
Right.
catch it, they catch it. If they don't, so
On to
what?
the
Niggas
next.
I don't
still
care.
get paid.
He's still
Yeah, he's
exactly.
still getting paid.
It's the same thing with Drake.
So that's why
Drake's
they
been
call
in-
him lazy. Right
Drake's
now.
been in this shit for
Right.
over 15
Exactly.
years.
Yeah, that's why they
Drake
call
just
Jay,
got the
Jay a
biggest
little
deal
lazy.
Ever.
just to get re-signed
Exactly.
to the label.
Like, what was it,
Wait,
500 million?
I missed this. I
So
didn't know
so
about
they're
this.
trying to say, well, Jay-Z's missing the hunger a little
No,
bit.
no, hold
more.
on.
It's not even. He's,
What-
he
what-
don't.
how can
even
you
if
niggas-
he's yo,
nigga,
even if
Jay-Z
he's
ain't
that,
been
what he
hungry.
doing?
Jay-Z
Billionaire.
is- I don't know
But
nothing
that's what I'm
about
saying.
that.
He's not
Jay-Z's
hungry
so
no
rich.
more.
So he's
a
lazy.
50-year-old
That
millionaire.
nigga
Nah,
so rich.
neither of those things.
It don't matter. He's not.
You don't
he's-
talk about the same
The
thing in
same
the beginning
shit,
of your
subject. No,
artistry
you
that
don't.
you do
You can't be a
when you
billionaire
matured
talking
in
about
that
you
space.
trapping out the
Talk about
hood.
this.
What
Like,
I'm
that don't
trying
make
to,
no
what
sense.
I'm trying to get is that
And you could be just as impactful, but your audience is different. Your audience has also matured
also
along
grown.
with
Yeah,
you.
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
So when you
But nah,
talking
he-
about who's
that-
the best
alright,
artist,
I love what you just said because I don't feel like he matured with his audience that started with him.
Who specifically?
I feel like Drake.
Drake.
I feel like Drake stayed in the current. So he's with the
That's true.
younger
That's true.
generation
That's true.
of his music. He's not with
The
the
niggas who was
people
listening
that was
to
with
him
him
in the
when we
beginning.
were
All right.
15.
So
or
here's
20,
what I
whatever the
mean by
ages was.
your audience matures with you is that think about, all right, we use Jay-Z as a contrast. Think about Jay-Z's age and the things that he indulges in. Think about what Drake indulges in. He indulges in the things that he's talking about.
Yeah.
Right, right.
The,
Yeah,
the quote
100%.
unquote kid shit.
Whether it's kid shit, it's single nigga shit.
Right.
He
basically,
rich, he a rich nigga, he's single,
yeah.
he
Yeah,
indulging
yeah.
in that kind of behavior.
Right.
Jay-Z is on Jay-Z 50 plus.
Yeah,
He like,
50 plus.
damn
He
near
Yeah.
60.
indulging in grown ass nigga
20,
shit.
20 years with a family.
Right.
It's
Say
different.
that again.
It's different levels to the
and
what
Beyonce
I
been
mean
together
by
damn
your
near
audience
20 years
matures
now.
with you.
Yeah, 03, right? 03 Bonnie and
I
Clyde.
get that.
Me
I
and my
get
bitch.
that.
I mean,
that's
shit.
Facts.
What you gotta think though is Drake. He's just following a formula that has never failed him. He's staying current with the
Why
time, no
wouldn't
matter.
he? Yeah,
Exactly. No, but that's the
He
point.
brings people
That's
in.
the point, though.
Drake's been
What-
that guy that you go to like as a new artist sometimes. If you're hot, he'll fuck with you. If you got the bread. He
Yes.
did that to Little Baby or Baby.
The baby.
But the thing is,
No,
they call
Lil
the
Baby.
they call it the Drake
Lil Baby.
effect, right?
So is it
Like,
fair
one of the
for
babies.
me
What's her name?
as a fan of
Four
Drake in
Bats.
2010?
What's his name?
right?
Four bats, right?
Is it fair for
I
me
think
as a
Four
fan of
Bats
Drake
is
in
AI.
2010 to say I don't like this new Drake
Like four
because
Bats.
he's obviously
your
a different
opinion.
Drake.
But that's your opinion.
That's your
Look,
opinion,
Right,
that's
but that's
fine.
my opinion is the whole premises of what I said from the beginning.
Let's use Four Bats as
I don't think it was
as an
necessarily that
example.
because he asked what's an artist. So I personally feel like an artist is there's a difference between an artist and a rapper. An
Yeah.
artist is well rounded. There's a whole package.
Right.
There's all sides to it. There's some people who are fire rappers and you'll never fucking hear about them because there ain't no marketing, there's no promotion, there's no investment,
brand,
there's
there's
none of
nothing,
that.
yeah.
But they're
But a
involved.
well-rounded artist has all of those things.
But they're
So-
involved. They have all those things, but they are involved.
Hey, yo, when you talk about this big three, is gonna be based off your personal opinion on who you like the most, because
who you connect with.
they come with, all those niggas come with different things that they bring to the table, which is Cole went through a stretch where he was producing his own shit. He wasn't working with other artists just to prove, yo, I'm not good at making music on my own. He comes with the rap on top of the melody rap when he needs to use it, but he never has been as mainstream as the other two.
Not at all.
And I think that's due to the promotion probably a little bit.
But what
I think it's more him.
I think
his
it's by
brand.
choice.
No, because
I think it's his brand because he had Rock Nation behind
And I
him.
also don't agree with that neither,
If he
because
wanted
as a
to-
poet, I love Kendrick. They're not teaching these niggas albums at Yale
Kendrick
like
is
they
very
are to
poetic,
to Pimp a Butterfly.
But
I listen to Cole
Pimp a
every
Butterfly
day.
is
This what
probably
I'm
my
about to
favorite
say
joint
too,
by
though.
him.
I really wasn't a big fan of, like, Good Kid, Mad City. I love.
Good Kid, man.
It's certain songs that I love, but you
Forest
remember
Hills is fucking
when
fire.
Forest Hills, I think, might have
when Mr.
been
Morale and the Big
the
Steppers
best
came
album
out, and I
of
said,
any
why that
three.
nigga Yak just smoked
Forest
Kendrick
Hills.
Wait, say that again?
What was that?
On his own joint.
on that
Yeah,
song?
Yeah.
Who?
And I'm like, why nobody
Yak
not talking
smoked
about why
Kendrick
Yak just smoked
when
Kendrick
Mr.
on this
Morale and the
song?
Big Steppers came out.
Yo, can y'all name a song? Never mind, because I just thought of one. I was about to say, can y'all name a song where somebody smoked J. Cole on his own song?
You said you thought of
Well,
one
for
that
you-
quick.
But it wasn't
What
his
song
own
did you think of?
song.
What
For
song
years
did you
and
think
years,
I
he
thought
didn't
of
have no,
Black Friday, but it wasn't his own song. It was kind of like a
I don't remember that song. per
some-
se.
It was him and Kendrick. They went on each other.
They're
beats.
different beats. I think Kendrick went crazy on J. Cole beat. The good
Black
what was
Friday.
it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
like
here's the
his
thing.
shit
Here's
better.
the thing. Here's the caveat to that. J. Cole sent him the beat with his verse already on it.
Right.
So it wasn't like we heard each other's beat.
He had
or
a
verse.
he had an upper hand.
Yeah, he had home court
Yeah.
advantage is what somebody
Yeah.
could say.
Hey, yo, bro, this shit get wicked because at the end of the day, you still gotta. They all bring different things to the table, and there's different accolades under each artist. So who you think is the best? I don't think it's gonna be clear cut, because I feel like on some bar for bar shit, if a nigga really wanted to get in that bag, Cole probably gonna smoke both of them niggas on some
I
bar
agree.
for bar
Bar for
direct.
bar.
That's how I feel,
On some
too.
bar for
But
bar
on
direct shit,
But on some
but on some
poppin'
poetic shit,
or some poetic,
Kendrick.
on some poetic shit,
Some
you gotta give it to
presentation.
But y'all was
shit,
just
you
having
might
this
have to give it to
conversation. The
Kendrick.
poetry be so dense, most of the population misses
Don't understand it.
They can't digest it, so they not receptive to it.
Right.
Cole
And that's
gonna
the
bust
reality
niggas'
of
ass, and
his
we gonna
shit.
know what he
Yeah.
said.
This
Yeah,
nigga
facts.
just did a diss, and I felt the same way when I was
'Cause
listening
Cole
to
could
it
be
with my
poetic,
kids.
too.
Like, yeah, this shit is absolutely too dense for me to even care. I knew what he
Talking
was
about
talking about.
Kendrick
I don't
shit.
even give a fuck about what this nigga talking about.
You talking about
wanna
Kendrick
hear
shit?
it.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
fuck, yeah.
We
Your
don't
big
trust
ass
you.
lips compared to beans you whack, like you said. I want to hear
I
that
wanna hear a
direct
nigga
shit.
talk that shit.
Yeah.
But now when it come to a nigga gotta come out with the bop. That
That's
nigga
Drake.
gonna dish you, and we gonna play that shit in the club.
Yeah.
That's Drake.
Listen. I'm gonna keep
And
it
we
a
gonna
stack.
be in that shit with
I'm
the
gonna tell
bop.
you. See, that's why
that's
I really hope Drake get in his bag on
That's
this, because
all
that
it
back
is,
to
bro.
back is the
But look,
shit.
It's the big three. It's
But
mind,
nah.
heart, and soul.
Nah, but this was gonna happen. Two
It's
of them is
mind,
go.
heart,
that's hot.
and soul.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
all,
that.
nigga.
Yeah,
Kendrick is the mind, Drake is the heart, and Cole is the soul.
That's and I
Yeah,
love that. That's
I
a
like
great
that.
analogy.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
a great.
But I
and
tell
that-
you
Jesus
what,
Christ.
them
That's a
two
double-
niggas been
I've been
clicking
playing that
up.
shit, nigga.
I've been thinking that shit for years.
Them two niggas been clicking up the whole time.
Yeah.
And guess what? This nigga just dissed us, bro. We about to fuck him
We
up.
about to fuck him up.
Yeah, bro, we about to fuck this nigga
Yo,
up.
because if y'all don't know, behind the scenes,
nerve.
The nerve of
Drake
this
and
nigga, we
Kendrick
about
been
to fuck
beefing
him
for
up.
years. And Kendrick and Cole actually just started beefing not too long ago.
I mean, I don't
Cole
think
been
it's beef.
sending subs at this nigga for the last like 4 or 5 years.
I don't think it's beef.
No,
I think
at
it's
Kendrick.
competition.
Kendrick.
I think they all have an understanding of each other where it's just competition.
Like,
It's like
so let's
it
be
is
clear.
the love of the music, the love of the art.
Let's be
It's
clear.
the competition. If
Let's be clear.
That's how I feel about it.
Let's be clear. Beef between these niggas is not.
Nobody care about the beef because ain't nobody.
Yeah, ain't shit happening.
Yeah, we know.
Beef
Yeah,
between
we know
these
it's just
niggas.
words. It ain't gonna go nowhere.
Nah,
is
facts.
it really beef or is it just?
Yeah.
it's competition.
Yo, nah,
Yeah.
it ain't.
Competition.
Nigga,
This
it's just
this ain't
sibling
the shit
rivalry,
that it used to
nigga.
be
This
back
is
in
what,
the
but
day.
this is what it's supposed to be
wanna
though.
see where
This
it's gonna
ain't
go.
50
No,
Cent
no, no.
versus
This
Ja
is what
Rule.
it's supposed
Like,
to
that
be.
shit not
The
happening.
other
They're not
shit
taking it to
is
the
just
streets.
nigga shit, like a nigga moment,
We
bro.
like the nigga moment.
Yo, no,
But the nigga,
I want to know
problem
how you
is-
gonna catch that nigga when you
Drake,
see him.
yo,
We
Hold
gonna
on, wait, one mic, one mic,
though.
one mic, one mic,
Hold
one
up,
mic. Go
hold
ahead,
up.
oh.
Yo, here's the thing though. We
I
can't say,
ain't-
yo, we can't say we like the nigga moments.
One mic. I want to hear what you had to say, but I was about to say something. Yeah, because after a while, you just can't really.
He's saying niggas want. He likes the nigga.
I ain't.
moments, though.
Yeah, but he just said something else I had missed completely. But O was about to say something first. Go ahead. O.
No, I was like Drake mostly like he could get to like the jokes and shit to Kendrick if
Is
he
that
wanted
your girl
to.
tour or your world tour?
Right. Yeah, like he gets to the jokes real quick better.
I think Drake wrote that part.
I did. I fucked it
I
up.
think Drake wrote that
Y'all
part.
can have me laughing
Is
like
that the world tour or your girl tour?
Rico stupid.
Drake's a petty nigga, bro.
Be the nigga hiding the world from the kids, not the kid from the world.
Yeah. Nah, you right. Oh, you right.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like,
bro.
Drake could definitely
Like
make
he be doing it like 50 kind of like sort of.
Yeah,
like, if
he'll
he
troll
wanted
your
to.
ass.
He'll troll the shit out you.
50 is the OG troll.
Yeah, for a fact.
Trolling before trolling was a thing.
Nigga told us
Right.
about Diddy before it was no Diddy.
Hey, yo, but listen. Rap sales have been down.
Yeah.
The rap industry doesn't have the focus right now.
These
If-
niggas
if
convoluted the shit together.
If I'm the niggas at the higher up,
Let's make some shit up.
the best thing that can happen right now is, yo, we got to resplit this industry and make niggas pick sides, because the other thing we're not talking about is, remember, Drake and Future had the album together.
Yeah.
Right.
When
right.
Drake started
I was thinking
doing,
that shit
when
too.
Drake started doing joint albums with all the other niggas, he was like, bro, our joint album don't even mean shit no more because I thought it was a special thing. And now you just doing them shits with everybody.
Yeah.
So now niggas gotta pick sides. You gotta remember 21 is a Atlanta nigga. Future is an Atlanta nigga.
Right.
Now you got Kendrick picking that side against Drake and Cole. And then you got 21 over here, you got Future over here, and then other niggas in the industry gonna have to start, pick a
Picking a
side,
side,
pick a side,
yeah.
pick a side. Yo, the industry needs beef, bro. The
Facts.
rap industry does not thrive
That's
when there
hip-hop.
isn't negativity and beef.
Yeah,
bro.
listen,
That's
but I
hip-hop.
just don't want to get too.
That's-
It makes
or-
Listen,
sense.
don't
or
get to the
such a-
point
that's
of
such a-
no like gunplay, no nothing like that.
Or
That's
yeah,
such
that's
a
what I'm saying.
sad
Or rather, a
cycle.
perception
the
of beef.
era of gangster rap like that.
Yeah,
That
like,
level is
leave that
dead.
shit
I'm just
alone.
saying they could, but
Remember,
they could
you still
sell
got people
this.
like YG.
They could,
YG out there. Here
I'm
real
saying
gang,
they
you know
could
what I'm
sell
saying?
this.
Yeah, but how
Yeah.
is how
Like, you
much
got-
are people consuming? Like who's
Like how much
consuming
people,
it?
but
Like
yeah, how much
Dave
people
East
care
saying,
about
no joke.
you?
Yeah,
though?
what's the level of
Yeah.
consumption?
Like
when it
reality?
comes to that?
How many?
know what the-
how-
you
do
know
you
what
think
the
the fans
consumption
of
is?
YG really give a fuck about YG?
The consumption is, as long as the
I don't
internet
think so.
can eat it up
The niggas from Cali,
and we
hell
can
yeah.
influx numbers, there's money to be made in it. It's
I
not
don't
how
know.
it
Blood
used
shit
to
with
be
blood.
where everything had to happen in person and all that other shit. As long as we could get the internet talking,
Right.
a podcast could be talking,
Right,
this
right.
nigga talking, that nigga talking, yo, it's gonna be a little bit of views, listens, sales. As long as the stream money come in, we
Yeah.
created an influx of money, because now they don't have to wait for the album sales like they used to. Yo, long as this song right here go up and we can get our money off of it, I don't give a fuck if y'all niggas beef for 3 weeks.
All
The
three of these
internet talk
niggas
about
probably.
the next 2 months.
The internet always gonna want to consume drama,
Negative,
but
yeah.
like
Negativity.
Rico said, people already know it's never gonna go there.
We know that.
I hope
It's
so.
not about that.
Yeah, I hope not.
I don't think this
It's
shit
not
is
the
about
tea.
that.
Cause not
We
even
just
that.
give a fuck about the tea.
Niggas
That's it.
care about what famous niggas is doing.
That's,
Yeah.
it, that's
Right,
all.
right.
It
That's
is.
all it is. Oh, these niggas ain't really friends. Oh shit, he said his name in his song.
Remember
Oh,
back,
shit.
back in the day,
This
though.
is for the cornballs.
Yeah,
The
pretty much.
cornballs can eat this up all the way, because it's like they're not looking at it the way we looking at it. We looking at it like, oh my God, no Diddy.
This nigga say yeah, not me, yeah. Dumb niggas.
They not looking at it the same way. We
Yeah, this gotta have like 8 hashtags and no Diddy.
we looking at that shit like you said, like battle rap without, or beef rap without the real beef is like, nigga, this ain't really beef.
It's
This just
tofu,
about
nigga.
music.
Yeah, that shit is
But-
warm.
That
yeah.
shit is
But
tofu.
but for other people, it's tofu. But for it's soy product, nigga.
So
Like,
it's a soy
Hell,
product.
bro.
Yeah,
for
we
other
can't,
people
can't consume that.
that ain't really like that. Just the fact
Soy
that
boys.
people said
boys.
something about it. If you an internet ass nigga, people that like to watch podcasters argue, but that ain't never gonna fight,
Right.
they gonna love this shit, and there's money to be made.
So
for
when
it.
And
you say
that's-
rap,
and
when you
that's the
say
thing,
rap
though.
sales is down, I just feel like people not that invested in rap drama. You got Afrobeat artists.
There has
you
been no
got
rap drama though.
Singers.
Yeah,
you
there
said
hasn't
what?
There has
Rap
been no
drama.
rap drama really. What was the last real rap drama?
Nicki Minaj and what's her name?
Cardi B.
Cardi. No,
Nah,
not Cardi.
Nicki and Megan.
Megan Thee
Megan.
Stallion.
Yeah.
Which my nigga Nicki Minaj. spazzed
Niggas
on
forgot
that,
about
man.
that shit 2 days later.
Yo, she went sick on Meg though.
She went sick
She
on
did.
Meg. She
Nigga,
went.
listen.
Get
so
on your good
her
foot.
action,
Get on your
yeah,
good
yeah,
foot,
nigga.
yeah.
Yo, so,
Yeah.
yo, so,
Yeah.
so,
Damn.
her actual
let up
beat
on
that she
that.
did it
Shout
on,
about Pinky
the
toe?
beat that she did it on was trash. But somebody else fucking did it, put it on another beat. That shit was fire. She was like, what she said? She was like, yeah,
Yo, get on your
something
good
about-
foot was the
she
best
said-
shit.
She says, I call her Bigfoot. Get up on your good foot. I was like, yo, that's my nigga.
That shit was childish as
But
fuck.
all this shit is childish, nigga.
You know that bitch allegedly got shot in her foot. Free Tory.
Deadass.
Bitch got shot in her foot, was twerking 3 days later.
Man.
Yo,
Nigga,
but we
2
gotta get
hours.
into the not my sink, not my dishes.
Right.
We've been
Oh,
going
wait,
for a
hold
little
on.
bit.
Did everybody cast their
Everybody
vote?
pick Cole.
I ain't gonna front
I feel
that
like-
shit.
I pick
blowing
Cole.
air right now.
I pick Cole.
I pick
feel like
Cole.
everybody-
Cole, my
You're
nigga.
right
I ain't
on
gonna
your
Yeah, I
front.
pick Cole.
Yeah.
Cole for the people.
Cole. I ain't undecided my ass.
Hey,
Cole.
Nah, I pick Cole.
I pick Cole.
Cole my favorite out of all of them.
Ask the
You
question.
casting your vote.
Cole's- What was your
Cole.
initial
Cole. Cole
was
it is
who's
then.
who's really just who the best.
No, we talking about
Who's
who
the
we
best
want,
artist?
nigga.
That's
Who's the
The
best,
best
artist?
artist, I say Cole because Cole is kind of like an amalgamation
well-rounded.
of.
He's
Yeah, he's
well-rounded.
an amalgamation
He's
of Drake
well-rounded.
and
Using the
Kendrick.
word
Because Cole
artist,
could be
I'm going with
mainstream if he
Kendrick.
want to.
If he wants to.
Yeah.
But
if
he's
he
for the
wanna
people.
be mainstream, he'll
If
do
you
it.
say rapper, who's the best rapper? I'm gonna say Cole. If you say who's the best artist, I'm going with Kendrick.
So in what
For
scenario do you
what-
pick
yeah,
Drake?
Why would you
No
pick Kendrick?
scenario. Nigga said, what scenario do you pick Drake? In no scenario. I
said
don't
none of
like
them,
that
nigga.
No,
light
the
skin.
reason why I
like
pick
that light
Cole
skin.
Yeah,
is
why you gotta
because-
add light skin to it? Like, damn.
Just so that we clear.
You light skin.
No, I'm not. But that's all right.
Because Cole could come with you producing visually, and he could pretty much get the lyrics out perfectly.
And he gonna make you
Yo,
feel that
cause-
shit.
So like I said, when I think about an artist, I think
Prophet
about
was
like
his
a
own-
top
his own-
tier
his own-
artist.
his own
I think
videos.
about artistry. I think about well-rounded artistry.
So you're not
So
just
just
thinking
lyrics?
There's
about.
a whole nother
You're
level.
not just thinking
yeah.
about like the art.
Rap,
You're
just
thinking
about
about.
rap. He goes beyond that.
Yeah, because the prop.
You right.
Huh?
What?
Who? Kendrick or Cole?
Nah,
Yeah, no,
Cole
no.
definitely hit the club.
Cole hit the club. It's,
Every
definitely,
now and
then.
it's only like 2 songs, but.
No, but if you
It's
watch,
like
if
2
you
songs.
watch Kendrick perform,
He's an artist.
it's a whole
He's
versus
an
them two. They
artist.
they just stand flat foot and
Just
bar
rap.
for bar.
I've
That's
watched
it.
Cole live, yo. Live.
Kendrick
Cole,
literally
Yeah,
has
I'll
bring it to
choreo,
I'm not going for. I watched
Even-
Cole live. That
a
nigga
whole
moved.
acts and stuff.
Even standing still,
That nigga was performing in the
not
rain.
moving,
That nigga said, "Thank
But
you
what
for
she
staying with me." I
what
said,
she
"Thank you
saying-
for staying
not
with me."
moving an inch.
Right.
My nigga
Talking
Cole
about-
moved the whole
But
audience.
we're not
I'm not
talking
He ain't
about
have to move.
But you're missing
Right.
the
He
point
ain't
of
have
what
to
artistry
move.
means.
He moved.
though.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying the impact.
Man, that
The
tour that
impact was
I'm
relevant,
not gonna lie, you
and it
took
was
me back. That
comparative.
nigga had a live band with him
live
and everything.
band and
He was going
everything,
crazy.
Yeah. And
I
brought
think
all his people with him
personally,
too,
I'm gonna
nigga.
air it out. It might be an unpopular opinion. I think Kendrick a little overrated, to be honest with you.
Overrated.
I think he's a little
I mean,
overrated, to be honest with
if
you.
anything,
I understand why you would
Be
say
like,
that
you're not-
because
you're not
Kendrick
smart
don't.
enough to understand what my nigga
Kendrick
talking
don't
about.
drop enough. I think
Intellect.
that's why you would probably say that.
I wouldn't say that at all. I just don't
After-
really.
wait,
I
wait.
just don't really. I don't really vibe
Wait,
with his
after-
music as
after
much
Cone
as I
that-
vibe with
because-
other niggas'
well,
music.
He's right, because some niggas is gonna say overrated is the wrong term to use, but a thing is like as an artist on all spectrums of being an artist, whether it's literal poetry, music, art, painting, whatever.
And by the way, I like a lot of his shit, but I just think overall,
I understand
I
the
don't think he's
artistry,
above the other 2 niggas as
but
much as a lot of
I
niggas will say
understand
he is.
the artistry, but sometimes I feel like it gets
Okay.
in that realm of you trying to be too creative.
You trying to be? Yeah, you
to
trying.
where It's
So
so
as-
you
creative
trying.
that it's
As a
it's
group,
not
Go
resonating.
past
undecided.
niggas.
We on the
We're
same
undecided
shit.
as a
Nah,
group.
nigga, we said
We're
Cole all the way
Agree to
around.
disagree.
We said
agree to
Cole all the way
disagree.
around.
Yeah,
We
nah,
we all
Alright,
agree.
go ahead, girl.
All right,
Everybody
not
on
my
the couch.
sink, not my dishes.
Alright.
So we know how the game is played. I don't gotta explain it. Yeah, I was all here before.
Nigga,
If you
explain
don't
it.
understand it, all right, not my sink, not my dishes.
Not my sink,
You
not
gotta
my
choose if you getting involved or not, if it's your business or not. So this first one is it's a school day, and you see your friend's son downtown with a group of friends.
I mean, is there a problem?
They're supposed to be in school right now.
Listen, I mean,
Yo,
the
is
only
it
thing
like
that
a
We all
holiday?
skip school.
the only thing that bothers me is, yo, what's your grades looking like? If your
I'm
grades
pulling up.
Gucci, hey man,
I'm pulling
everybody
up,
need a
like,
break.
what you doing?
Definitely pulling up, rolling the window
good.
down
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah,
Okay, what's good?
if they grades
So you
good, you
assessing
can get
the
a
grades
day.
before you make a phone call?
That's what he said.
Yes, I'm not about to snitch
Nigga
on
said
them.
if the grades is
I'm
good.
gonna pull.
That's what he
look,
said. Stop
This
pointing
the
at
way
me.
that I look at
So
it.
first of all, go ahead. Guess
So
go
I'm
first.
I'm a parent of 4. I got 3 teenagers, an 18-year-old, 16-year-old, about to be
Nigga, you
15.
got 2 teenagers and a grown ass man.
A grown daughter. She thinks she
Daughter,
grown.
daughter,
She a
okay,
kid
okay.
though.
Yeah.
And I remember being a kid.
Right.
So who was on you when you was skipping school? I used to skip school and go get beef patties and watch niggas fight. Like
Beef patties on the hard roll.
Yeah, like I wasn't doing nothing
bread.
too
Cocoa bread.
crazy. I was just chilling with my friends. So like,
fire.
you know,
Gotta let kids be kids.
sometimes you gotta let kids be
yeah,
kids.
yeah. Now if I see you
I
again
ain't
though,
gonna
it's a
lie.
problem.
Like I'm pulling up on them and say, hey, what's up? What's good? Like and then that's my boy's son. I already know what he be doing like on the low because my
Nigga,
boy be
you see
telling
my
me.
motherfucking daughter, you better fucking call me. I don't
Right.
give a fuck.
No, I mean I'm not. I'm gonna call you later.
When school is over.
But right
When
now,
school is
I'm like,
over.
That's
Yeah, make
definitely
sure
crazy
Nene
as
don't
fuck.
see this episode.
Yeah.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
No, ain't no
Like,
call me
hey,
later.
what you doing?
Let's put
Ah,
this
you
shit
good?
right now. Ain't no
You
I'm
good?
good. If you
Alright.
see
Say
my
you need
motherfucking
some
daughter
money?
skipping
Need some
school,
money?
So that's
You
a
know what
good
I'm saying?
question.
Yeah.
What would you want? Would you want your friend to tell you
Well,
that your
yeah,
kid is skipping school?
Like I said,
So
I'm
how the
gonna tell
fuck you ain't calling her immediately?
I'm telling her later after
Immediately.
after I talk to them.
Nigga,
y'all not
FaceTiming.
OGs. Y'all not
Hey, yo,
OG
look at your
parents.
kid.
No.
Y'all not
No.
OG parents.
No.
Because
Because
Not a
my
parent at
kids,
all.
So
I'm telling
nah.
you,
The point
my
is,
sisters call me now and I be like, I don't give a
I
fuck.
li-
Why you
I
bothering
literally
me
had
right
this
The
now?
point
happen. I
is,
literally had this
he
happen.
want them
My
to
boy
call
Sean's-
him.
My boy Sean, he got a 17-year-old son. Literally saw him chilling with his friends downtown. They were going to a bookstore.
oh, so
Oh,
you
that's-
came up with this topic.
Yeah. So no, I didn't. No, but I mean, like I said, what up to him? I know how he is because he has good grades. He don't
So
do
they
nothing
skip
bad.
school to go to a bookstore.
So
Yeah.
first off,
no, but
That's
listen,
crazy.
all our
listen,
friends'
listen,
kids get
listen.
good grades. Let's be
Listen,
real.
listen. But he's a good kid. I know he's a
All
good
our friends' kids are good kids.
I'm just saying, personally,
All
if
right.
you see my child outside, I don't
All right.
appreciate you calling me later.
Yeah,
I
I'll
want
call
you
you
to
later.
call me immediately. And not just because that's my child, but because also I think little boys and little girls are a little bit
But you
different.
gotta
If you see my daughter outside and she's supposed to be in school, you should call me.
Probably there
How old
for
is
a
your
boy.
kids right now?
My daughter's
She
12.
probably
Yeah,
probably
that's why
skipped
they
school to be
young.
with a boy.
Yeah.
They young.
Even
Nah,
if she's
yeah.
16,
I think
even if she's
age
16.
depends. I think age
Yes,
definitely
even
makes
if
a
she's
difference.
16 years old.
See an
you should
8-year-old
still be
outside
calling me.
downtown. He supposed to be in school. You probably should
But
call the
the thing
parents.
is, it's son. That's what
Okay.
I'm
We
trying
did
to
say
go
son.
out.
We did
All
say
right,
son.
so
not
if my
talking about
son is
the-
outside,
Yeah.
you should
You know what I'm
probably
saying?
tell me.
Like, so
Niggas
I'm
don't
like,
even read.
yeah, bro, like, come on.
It's out of my head.
Right. We're two different places right now.
I mean, it's hard for me to answer
Girl,
this. I
I
don't have any
understand.
children.
That's
You got
fair.
friends
Son,
with kids, though,
I
who
do
you,
have
like,
friends
care
with
about
children.
and
I'm gonna call
But
you
they young.
later.
But you gonna be the cool one.
I'm,
You be the cool
no, I
one.
mean, like, I do have an
outside.
opinion.
Right, I saw your
I
kid
think-
outside.
I
do have an
Call that
opinion.
nigga.
But, you know,
We
He
going
made it
crazy.
home.
I think
Right.
I think there's a middle ground.
Right.
I think there's a middle ground that we're not taking in perspective, just simply because there's a certain level of relationship you have with your friends' kids
Right.
where they can trust you and they can come to you with things.
Right.
like
And
the
if-
uncle.
Like the uncle,
Yeah.
where it's like, I'm not necessarily gonna go above
there.
your head and go straight to your parents about everything.
Right.
So we have to keep that in mind.
But understand this too.
and the fact that we have to do what's best for the kids.
Yeah, be honest with me. What you doing?
Right.
Tell me
That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
What
like,
you
I'm gonna
doing?
have a
And I think-
conversation
yeah,
with
and
him.
I think
Explain
that's
like,
a,
listen,
like,
I think that's a
you know I'm not-
factor.
I'm gonna
when-
fucking pull you out of this if you're doing something stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat the shit out you right now.
Facts.
Keep
So,
it,
oh,
keep it,
and I'll
keep it
pull you in the
up.
car.
Like,
You know what
yo.
I'm saying?
You not
you
gonna-
ain't doing nothing stupid. You going to a bookstore, my nigga. Like, come
but,
on, bro.
But let's
the
be
library?
real.
So you want me to get mad at this nigga because he went to the library?
But you don't know what he about
But at the library.
So what if he
But if
lied to you? What if he lied
saying-
to you and say he going to the library?
Hey, yo, hold up.
I'm gonna be like, my nigga, you skip school to go to a library?
Yo,
It's a library in
You
school.
lying, nigga. It's a whole library at the
Nah,
school.
nah.
The
I'm
New
not
Haven one
stupid.
is bigger.
I get what she's saying
Hey,
because Peter
fuck is wrong with
Peter
y'all?
Parker told Uncle Ben he was going to the library and went to a wrestling event. I'm not trying to hear that.
Yo, if your kid going to a wrestling event to make some money,
Nigga being a fucking
I ain't
superhero
calling
and
you.
shit, nigga.
If them
Your
niggas skip
kid
school,
being a superhero, I ain't calling you,
I
nigga.
want yellow.
That's putting you in danger.
If they
All
skip
his
in
super
school to get
abilities
some
gonna come after
pussy,
you.
I'm letting them niggas rock. Period.
Look at that.
Yeah, niggas
He
gonna
letting
get some
that nigga rock
pussy.
for get some pussy.
Letting them rock.
I'm letting him go for library, bro. Come on,
No,
bro.
you good. You being irresponsible. We don't want to hear that shit.
Yo, it's still March. You can't silence her.
I said I wasn't doing this.
It's Women's
today.
Month.
It's Women's Month, bro. You can't
Women's Month,
silence
yeah.
her.
And the camera just died.
Number one, first of all, it's you and a group of niggas. Y'all niggas about to go jump something. Y'all niggas about to go fight. I need to know what y'all niggas about to go do.
Right.
It's either coochie.
Keep it a buck, cause I'ma know if you
It's either
lying.
coochie or violence.
Yeah, I'm gonna show up at your house.
If
too,
it's
like,
not
after
Or
the
dumb
move.
shit.
Yeah.
If it's some dumb shit,
Get the
Rock
fuck
y'all
out
could
of
have
the
did
car.
that shit after school.
Get in the car. If it's some dumb shit, get in the car. That's it. Right
They're
out.
not gonna tell you
You know
if
what
it's
I'm saying?
dumb
They're
shit.
not gonna tell you if it's dumb
I
shit.
can
They
tell
gonna
if
lie.
it's dumb shit. If
Yeah.
he they dressed in all black and with
It's either
scullies on.
coochie or
They
fighting.
always gonna be dressed up
And
like
if it's
some
fighting,
Not all the
I'm
time,
coming to
bro.
watch.
You
Smart enough to
wildin'.
do that.
They
Coming to
got
watch.
the shiesties on.
I got to
Niggas
make
be
sure
doing
niggas don't
dumb
get shot.
shit. It's dumb shit. They not
It's
professional to
coochie
put
or
a scully
violence,
on.
bro. It's either coochie or a gang fight. And if I need to watch the gang
Damn,
fight,
a gang fight.
I need to watch the gang fight.
Yeah.
Nigga, the Peaky Blinders. Nigga.
Yo, all right. Next
Oh,
one.
we
Next
don't want
one.
We don't want to hear no responsible parent shit.
Next one.
We don't want to hear that shit.
Yo,
Niggas
all
is
right,
in the
It's that West
streets.
Side Story in this bitch.
Yo, one mic.
Beat
So
it, nigga.
the next one, you meet a sibling for the first time and find out you've been sleeping with their significant other.
What?
What?
What the
So,
fuck you came up with?
That's
Yeah, right?
specific as fuck.
That's
And
hella
I think
specific.
it's so there
What's
wrong.
going on, bro? Talk
You
to
the
us.
sink and the dishes.
So
Fuck
what-
is you
what
saying?
is the question?
Escape
So you
that.
meet
I
your
think we
sibling for
spelled
the
there
first time.
wrong. That is?
Yo,
How you
Tone
spell
always
what?
trying to
E-I or
spell
I-E?
something wrong.
I always fuck that up.
Nah, they right.
You sure?
Yeah,
There's
the
a-
possessive. The possessive.
There's not a
is
Y in
saying-
that
The
shit?
C,
There's
H.
That's
syllable.
There is.
Nah, I'm
Nah,
not
looking at the possessive.
I'm looking at sibling. I thought there was a Y. That's syllable, nigga.
This corrected that shit on.
Yo, but no.
Nah, you gotta read these shits. There be
you
mad
really
typos in
dyslexic
these
right
shits.
now?
So check me out.
Nah, it'd be a lot of typos in these
Yo,
shits. I gotta
niggas
know.
looking crazy on the web,
Fuck
nigga.
that. I can't be looking crazy, bro.
So,
I thought siblings had a Y, nigga. But that's syllable. That's syllable. Hold
Cut
up.
that out, yo.
That's-
Cut that shit out.
Said he-
Edit that shit
Nigga,
out, bro.
Nigga said he was smart. He ain't a spelling
I
specialist.
thought this nigga
Yo,
was.
Wait.
my brain is doing a lot right now. It's
That's that
syllable.
Addy. That's that
It's-
extra.
it's-
That's
Nigga,
that
siblings don't got a
That's
K in
because you're
it.
not taking your shrooms right, nigga.
Yo, I'm not fasting. I got shoes on. I need to be grounded.
It's syllable, not psilocybin.
I need to be grounded on this grass,
right
bro.
here, nigga. We got the grass
shit.
right
Hey,
here.
yo, Greg, you know what?
Hold
Y'all
up, I'm
niggas
tripping.
are exactly right. It's because it's all caps that it looks awkward to me.
Word.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's why.
All right, so.
But nah, how could this not be your sink or your dishes? How?
Yeah, it's impossible.
How?
So Papa was a
Either
Rolling
way.
Stone. He got mad kids, and
Oh, so
You
it's
ain't
whether
meet one
whether
yet.
it's
You
basically
ain't
whether
meet
you
them
say
yet.
it's basically whether you saying something or not saying nothing.
yeah.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, you saying something or you not?
I'm
Like, yo,
saying,
I've
is
been
it their wife?
significant other.
Is it their wife?
Well, I mean, for me,
No,
it would be. It was
significant other
obviously
don't
be
just
the,
mean your wife. That's
Exactly.
your
They
boyfriend
girlfriend
Is
or wife.
or
it,
sister.
if it's your
It's just
girlfriend,
significant other.
If it's they, all right, look, if it's their girlfriend, I'm
If
gonna
you
convince
calling
them that
your
she not for
significant
him.
Other, you might love them.
I'm be like, yo, you know, I get a
Right.
vibe. I got a feeling that she just not for you, my
That's why
guy.
it's a question, because I might not. I don't know.
I got
you
no
like that
relationship with
anyways.
you, but
I'm not
but
talking
because
to my
we got
sibling,
blood.
I'm talking to the nigga I'm fucking. I'm not talking to my sister.
Right.
Like you said, I don't know this bitch like that yet.
No, there's two conversations though. There's two conversations.
For who?
Like, yo, I don't feel like this person is for you. You know, I'm not gonna snitch, but I'm not feeling like this person is for you. And then the conversation is to
It's two
shorty.
conversations for
yo, it's
you.
not snitching if it's your
Yeah.
brother, yo.
Hey, yo,
But you met this.
I
brother.
just-
I
That's
would let
still your
that
brother,
nigga tell
No,
her.
there's Under
still your
God,
brother,
yeah,
though.
that's
Hold
my
on,
brother,
hold on,
but
y'all,
I
hold
don't
on,
know
y'all,
you,
we
nigga.
yelling.
You just
Let
another
him
nigga.
get his shit off.
That don't mean
This
he
be y'all thing. This what y'all be doing. I
Yo.
noticed that the first time.
No,
Nah, we don't be doing that. We just
No.
started.
Wait,
I
what?
said,
No,
okay,
no,
you
no,
gotta
no.
fight for your
Look,
spot.
look.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Actually,
You do.
That's only when it get good.
Nah.
That's only when it get good.
It must be good a lot.
It's
Y'all
OMH
That been
deathmatch.
getting good.
I was having a little moment. I was like, my ears was ringing. I was like, it's a
Yeah.
lot going on.
OMH
Trauma,
deathmatch.
trauma.
Yo, no.
gotta
Yo,
niggas drinking
he
that
said,
bourbon.
he said it's because it's your brother, but at the same time, that shit don't matter because it's all about the relationship, right? Tone's not my blood, but I still consider him big brother. If I introduce anybody to him, I'd be like, yo, this is my big brother Tone.
And then he found.
But at the same time,
But you just said the word,
No.
brother. At the
But
end
yes,
of the
that's
day.
my brother. But see, you're saying
I get-
gotta
no.
talk about it because that's my brother.
I get what you.
No, that's not your brother.
No, but this say
I get what you're
siblings.
saying. There's a difference.
mean-
there's a difference between your blood brother and your chosen brother.
Yeah.
Understood, 100%. But at the end of the day, you have to give that relationship room to foster into becoming your brother because he is your blood brother.
And I'm gonna look at this nigga and be like, yo, she
Cool.
not for you. She for the
Cool.
streets. And if
But
you
my
don't
point
believe
is-
me, that's your
That's
problem.
probably like the open. Yeah.
My
That's,
point
that's
is,
definitely-
it's not snitching.
That's the opening statement.
It's not snitching.
If the pussy is
The minute you
immaculate,
see them, it's
I'm
like,
gonna stay
nigga,
doing what I
she's
gotta
fucking
do.
keep fucking.
I'm gonna
keep
go to the
fucking.
streets. I have
been
no
hitting it, I gotta
loyalty
keep
to you
fucking.
other than yes, yo.
We got to fight for the pussy now. Because it's really both of
Game of
ours.
Thrones shit, nigga.
Game of Thrones, hell yeah.
Nigga, winners
like
coming,
both of
B.
us.
You gotta throw that nigga out the window.
We gotta fight for the
We gotta fight
for the death out of the fight.
You gotta throw that baby brother out the
Niggas said we
window,
gotta
bro.
fight for it.
Pussy
That's
girl, we gotta
crazy.
fight to the death.
What you
Yeah,
talking
that's
about?
crazy.
You
You gotta
know?
throw that motherfucker.
I don't know that
out the
nigga
shit.
It's
like
all
that.
about the relationship at the end of the day. It's how we connect, bro. Because yes, I have a blood brother that's like we two sides to the same coin, but I see Tone as the same. You know what I'm saying? That's big bro. I'm the
Right,
oldest of 7.
My only
That's my
point
older
is-
brother. You feel what I'm saying? So
My-
that's the relationship.
So if
My
you
only
love that
point
bitch,
is-
you gonna leave her alone? Because that's your brother?
Thou shalt not love a hoe. I'm just saying. At the
But you
like
ain't know
that's
she was a hoe.
But once I
But
find
once
out,
you get that revelation,
once I find out,
Niggas, yeah,
Once I
yeah,
find out-
yes,
revelation-
they is.
no.
Yes, the
See,
fuck
look,
they
people,
is.
yo, no, people are, no, you're right, but people are different. You know, love does make people do crazy things, but sometimes
That
you
shit
can
is
be
fickle as a
objective.
motherfucker.
Yes, you can
That
be
nigga
objective
gonna
and be
move
like,
on.
yo,
Hey,
I
love
am
is
now
fickle
hurt
as a motherfucker.
that you even had somebody on the side. You feel what
They
I'm
moving to
saying?
Atlanta.
That you
Why
even had
Atlanta?
somebody on the side and you was playing me. So now my thing is,
Steve.
you know,
Can I hold it down? Can
go
I hold
ahead,
it
go
down?
ahead.
Can I hold it down?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Tone.
All right, so boom. To put it in perspective, I believe the situation becomes this: if I'm sleeping with this person, somebody I meet that's supposed to be my sibling says this is their significant other. Now the question becomes: am I in a relationship with this said person that I'm sleeping with, or is she just one of my bitches I'm fucking, or whatever? I have to figure out what my situation is with the person to begin with. Because now the
First
question becomes, if we're in a relationship and you're somebody else's significant other, you a lying ass bitch.
Lying
If
ass
I'm
bitch.
just fucking on you and I kind of knew you had somebody, but I don't know who that is, damn, it turned out to be my brother. If it turned out to
You
be
still a
my
lying
brother
ass bitch.
or
It's not to
whatever,
me.
hey, listen, I have to learn to have a relationship with you. I need to be able to let you know at this point, this person not 100% right
So-
because
Hold up.
So the brother aspect of it only goes as far as just to giving him a tip, not literally telling him what the fuck is going on.
Don't give me
I
a tip.
believe
Hey,
it'll
yo.
come out at some. It has to come out at some point, but at the same
Yeah,
time, I
man.
feel.
So the brother aspect of it.
No.
no.
You're saying I think that's the wrong word, bro. We're playing stipulations, technicalities, and semantics right now.
Okay.
It says you've been sleeping with. Right? So that has no indication of we are in a relationship. In my mind, sleeping with just means
You're-
fucking around. That yes.
Yeah.
It's my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So we gotta focus on the word been sleeping with.
Bitch is a hoe.
Right.
Bitches
Right,
are
but
hoe.
you don't, but there's no like for you to tell
And we
him that
blood,
you-
so like
there's
it's
no,
either
but,
it's-
but there's a question. There's no obligation for you to tell him that you were fucking on
I
him.
think
man,
it
put some alcohol
What
in
if the
everybody
niggas in
that
an
thinks giving
open
us a rap.
relationship and y'all don't even know?
Yo,
My point.
put some alcohol in everybody during Thanksgiving and it's over.
I think
It's
what Blaze
fucking
said is
over.
important though.
It's about to get
when Blaze was saying it depends on
disrespectful.
if you're trying to foster a relationship. So like you just met this
Yo,
brother.
if I got a brother I don't know about, I'm trying to foster a fucking relationship with him.
Maybe.
Y'all
Definitely.
got another one
Or
of
if I'm
these?
out here trying to be a hoe. That's it.
One more. I was
I don't give a fuck about this bitch if I'm trying to be a hoe.
And 9 times out of 10, I'm trying to be a hoe.
I don't give a fuck about this bitch if I'm trying to be a hoe.
want another
I
one?
give
You
a fuck
want
about my
another
brother.
Just curious. It was
You-
mad bitches. That
You
was
my
crazy.
friend. You my friend. You my dog.
No, I'm good.
You my
Rock
dog. I'm out fucking on a girl.
You find out that's my bitch. Is that where you're going with it, or am I taking it? Yeah,
exactly
okay,
that.
yeah.
Exactly that.
It's
If-
always she a hoe.
If,
Never,
no,
you
hold
know
on,
what?
hold on,
I'ma
hold on,
chill.
hold on, hold on.
But in this scenario,
hold on.
it fits.
If I've been dealing with this girl for years, type shit, and it's like, yo, I love this. I fuck with this girl.
Nigga, let me know that you love her.
That's different. Yeah,
That's
you
a
add love
different
to the
conversation for
situation.
us to have.
But you brought it up though.
Because no, that's what I'm saying. It's a different conversation for us to have because now we have to have an adult conversation about this shit. Which is, yo, if I keep going the way this is going and knowing this is my nigga and this situation, it's gonna blow up. So yo, we gotta have an adult conversation about this situation. But
swear.
if it's just a bitch I'm fucking on, I just met this bitch at the club. She sucked my dick
The
in the
minute
car.
she walked through the door,
I hit
Nigga,
that
she
shit
sucked
that
your
night.
dick,
I've been
nigga.
hitting that shit every week. Oh, this
So-
your girl.
So big bro.
she's
I
outta
just
here.
smacked that shit.
So
She's
Tone,
not right, bro.
My
Tone,
nigga,
Tone,
exactly.
question. No.
She's out here.
Question though. So with the first scenario that you put up, right? Who you speaking to first? You speaking to the chick, or you speaking to your brother?
That still becomes
stranger.
that
It's
still
a
that still
stranger
comes.
for real.
Yo, listen.
I know.
don't have to-
It is a stranger.
I don't-
It's
But who-
different than
nah,
a stranger.
whatever, don't
because
matter.
You have something
if
leaking you.
if the woman and it's
Whether
still,
it goes
You
positive
speaking
or
to the
negative,
woman,
it's
or you
different
speaking
than a stranger.
Hold on.
to your quote unquote
It's-
brother?
It's
still-
different than a stranger.
Niggas
though.
always got niggas
Or
always
your
got
blood.
principles
I
until
would say
they
your
the
blood.
ones
You
fucking
don't.
bad bitches.
listen.
You
Niggas
don't,
always
but
got
you do at the
principles
same
until they
time.
ones fucking
Hold
bad
on.
bitches.
All right, go
I ain't
ahead.
say break up
Because
with the bitch.
because you're basically saying fuck the relationship at that
No,
point.
it
No,
always.
because what
it
you're
al-
saying is the morality lies in her doing both.
No,
not
the-
necessarily
that's not
how
the
much you
point.
know this person.
Nah, the
That's not the
morality.
point.
The morality lies in how much what I feel for this person. Because if I don't give a fuck about her, and I'm just fucking, and I find out somebody's my brother or my sister or whatever, because people
don't
be gay
say-
too.
I
I think
Yeah,
the
okay, okay.
Me and my
morality
sister
left
could be
the
fucking the
building
same
once,
bitch.
Once you
Yeah,
find
okay.
out that.
But if I find out that,
Yeah, you
I
fucking
know that
my
there's a
brother.
possibility that I have to have some form of relationship with my sibling, and I probably have to learn to love this person because we have to interact going forward. If I don't
Exactly,
give a, or I
bro.
want
It's
to,
not
if I don't
just
give a
like-
fuck about this person,
And then
hey,
what,
listen,
what if this
is
person's
what it
trying
is.
to make a relationship with you?
Coming to the table. Now, if I'm already in love with this person, I'm dealing with them for a long ass time, and I don't know my sibling, now it complicates things because it becomes, damn, I'm already in love with you. I already deal with you heavy.
But
How
the
long you been dealing
implication
with-
is you've been sleeping with them. Not you fucked them one time. Not this was a one night stand. You've been sleep. The implication is that you've been spending a lot of time with this person.
Ben can be determined a couple of different ways
it's
because
not- it's not really too,
I've been
specific.
hitting it for 2 weeks.
Once a week.
I've been hitting it for 2 weeks.
Implication is that it says for the first time. So we're not talking about you. This sibling come out nothing and you foster the relationship.
I meet my sibling for the first time.
You meet.
Yeah.
I'm not. But
Sibling is different,
But
though.
I'm not.
That's
but I'm
my
not.
point.
But I'm not
It's
saying.
sibling.
I don't have to say nothing to my sibling
You're meeting a stranger.
in that moment. But something has to be said. 9 times out of 10, what I would probably do is dead the
You don't
sex
get a lot of
relationship.
brothers, bro. That's
would
what I'm
dead-
gonna say. You don't get a lot of
Would
brothers.
you?
Huh? Who you talking to?
You don't get a lot of brothers.
I think the
man.
proper thing
Huh?
to do is dead the sexual
What'd you say?
relationship.
You don't
but
get a
I
lot
don't
of
know
brothers.
if that's exactly what is
Oh, you
going
don't got a
on.
lot of
brother, bro?
brothers.
What's a lot?
I'm not your brother, bro.
It depends
Nigga,
on who
that's
your daddy
one.
is.
The fuck you mean?
Yo, if you love somebody, it changes the situation.
Nigga, what's a lot?
If you love somebody, it changes the situation. Because
Yeah,
at
dude.
At the end
Definitely
of the, 'cause At the
emotions.
end of the day, I'll say
No matter
this.
what, there's a conversation
At
being
the,
had.
but,
I just
Yeah.
feel like it's tough to completely and immediately just be like, oh, I don't know this nigga. That's a stranger. Yeah, nigga, but that's your brother. At the end of the day, if y'all niggas have been grown up together, that would be like any other brother that you got. But because
you
of the
would've known that was
situation,
his bitch.
but because of the situation, y'all niggas are not as tight as y'all could have been. So you're throwing away that whole relationship just because you didn't meet him
It's
at an
not
earlier.
though. It's way more complex.
But
What
it could
if-
be though.
What if they have an open relationship? It's so it could be so complex.
So that's part of the
But I have to
conversation.
speak to my brother about that.
That's part of the,
If
exactly.
you have an open relationship with her, yo, I've been dealing with this girl. Now he has to
Exactly.
decide what he wants to do.
It's
but I
definitely-
can't
Because
say
if
something
I was in that
shit
shoes, if I was in
What
his
if the
shoes,
SO already told the sibling?
all right,
I
then
mean,
we
but
figure
that's
that out
another-
during the
that's
conversation.
another thing.
But I don't know that.
But we're just focused on the fact, well, me anyway, is that this is the first time you meeting a sibling. Obviously, you met their significant other. You're like, oh shit, I just matched. But you don't say shit right now, right then and there.
Maybe not right then and there, but there has to be a conversation that
This really boils down to men and women. Men and women see this situation a little bit different, and there's sometimes a double standard on our part as men, and it's always been like that because a lot of times women will still deal with someone that their friend fucked with, and I mean seriously,
because it's not as big a
No
deal for them.
fucking way, y'all niggas is no way.
That's true though. That's not true.
Yo, y'all
That's
for
not
real
true?
right now?
Answer the question. Is
All
that
right.
is that not true?
So I can only speak. First of all, what he did was he spoke on behalf of women. So I can only speak for. Hold on, you asked me. You asked me the
rock
question.
out,
let me
rock out,
speak.
rock out. You're right. Absolutely.
I can only speak from the perspective of women. I know niggas whose best friends dealt with me and will continue to deal with me despite how much they love they niggas, even if I dealt with they friend. So who's to say bitches only do that? I know niggas that do that too.
I don't think that's what he said.
So I'm not saying.
I don't think that's what he said.
No, I'm not saying that. But you're saying that women will deal with. Hold on. You say women will
Don't do it
deal
like
with.
that, bro. That's not what
Women
we said.
will
Don't do it like
deal
that.
with a nigga even with a nigga even if she knows that her friend fucked with a nigga.
I think he's saying it's more often.
How do y'all figure?
Listen, from my
We hear
personal
stories.
experiences, between me and the friends that I have, and the niggas that I know, or the women that I know, the situation is 9 times out of 10, women are more accepting to the fact that maybe a friend
man
had
has a
dealt with a
past.
man in the past, but they could get past the fact like, well, that's what niggas do. Niggas.
I've
fuck
never been
bitches.
okay with a
And
bitch fucking behind me.
And they
ever.
did, but that's you. But I know a lot more women are okay with it than males that I know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Because
males tend to be
because
more
I'm
territorial.
I'm
with
always
this
talking
shit.
about a situation
Tend to be.
If the whole gang hit it,
I don't
Tend
agree.
to
I'm not,
be.
I don't.
But
I
I'm
don't. Not only do I not agree with
Maybe
that,
we're wrong.
I feel like y'all only.
Maybe we're wrong.
Because men,
That's the
you
impression
guys,
that we get.
just like you guys get certain versions in certain settings.
Okay.
We get a version of men that y'all don't get.
Absolutely.
We get the pillow talking nigga that laid down and tell us all of the things despite what he might do around his niggas.
Absolutely. Sure.
So even though you might perceivingly, he might be around his niggas like, yeah, I don't even love that bitch no more. I know she fucked da da da. This bitch is a hoe, and then he crying up under her titty, like I don't want to hear that.
Nah, talk to him. Real shit. Real
I don't
shit.
want to hear that.
Real
I love you so much.
Real shit. Talk to him.
Hey yo, but look.
Let's move to Atlanta and get married.
Why is it Atlanta?
I told you.
Why is it Atlanta every time?
But look, yo, that's
Because when you want to wife a hoe,
Yo, but look.
niggas
Wife
can
a
feel
hoe.
some kind of way
Yeah.
about wifing a hoe in their own state, but go out of state and wife
Go
a
out
hoe
of
that
state
they
and
don't
wife.
know
Nah,
niggas that fucked on that
absolutely
bitch.
true. That's absolutely true.
So
but
niggas will
Nah, the
also do the same
geography
thing
of
with a
her
bitch that they
bodies
love from
matter.
back home.
But
They'll
yeah,
take her out of state.
But yes, look. But that boils back down to the
geography
that
of her
boils back
bodies.
down to the factor of insecurity and how people gonna feel,
Yeah,
how people
right.
view you.
And most people are insecure.
Everybody's
Nah, for real.
insecure.
Not everybody.
I don't know about everybody.
I'm the first one to
Everybody's,
admit it.
everybody's
little
insecure,
insecure.
bro. No matter
Just
how
a little
confident
bit.
you are,
Everybody
you
has
are.
their
They
insecurities.
have
You
their
have
insecurities.
insecurities. If you have insecurities, aren't you insecure? Isn't that what it means
I
by
think it-
definition to be
My wife
insecure?
is.
If you have insecurity,
Yeah.
My wife
everybody's
is.
insecure.
Everybody
So
has
what's the
insecure.
origin of insecure?
But the situation is this.
We gotta
though.
find that shit.
What's the
Created
insecure
that
ebonics?
definition.
But the
Urban Dictionary, insecure. Look it up.
But the situation is still this, right? It's fucking is one thing, and then taking that next step towards that next step is another thing.
Right.
And I think in a lot of occasions, people will continue to fuck or
It has
continue
to
to
be.
be friends. But is we taking that next step to be together and potentially get married?
No, nigga, you fucking my brother.
Nah, that's done.
Ain't no way.
It's done. We might still
Ain't no
fuck,
way.
but there ain't no way in hell we
You
gonna
lost
fuck.
I don't even
trust.
know if we can fuck
I think
anymore.
trust in men is really big on
Man.
big on relationships.
Yo, hold up.
Yo,
Hon-
fucking on
yo,
that.
honestly,
Hey,
I
bro.
forgot you was here.
I was silent.
I
I
was digesting.
I went into a
You don't have
different
to
zone.
say that, bro.
I went into a different zone. I was thinking, nah.
Yo,
You
I
think
was
it's
quiet as
on
fuck
side,
the whole
The
time.
whole
I
time.
forgot I was here.
Peep this though, right? So this whole situation, right? It's starting to create an environment where it's just like, all right, it's a topic, and we're thinking what we would do in the situation,
definitely not a
but
topic,
nobody knows what the fuck they would do in the situation.
Till it hit.
You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say, oh, nah, I would do this, and that. But when you start
Nah,
talking
it's like-
about
it's
matters
like-
of the heart,
It's like
matters
war and
of
shit.
feelings that most people don't understand, most people don't have control
Max,
over.
you want the mic or something?
You feel what I'm saying?
This nigga keep taking it
You,
from me.
take it back,
Like,
because
but-
you've been
but that's what I'm
Give me-
saying,
she
right?
said, give me the mic.
So it's like, you don't necessarily need to be like, oh, have no loyalty. Yes, it's blood, but like, I don't fucking know you. I don't know who you are. I don't know you from a can of paint. I could have walked past you 100 times and never even knew you who you were.
I think
You feel what I'm saying? I
think
might not
that-
fuck with you.
I think that's super key, but
So it's
I
like-
think it's taking a
said that
negative
bitch.
look at it.
It don't. No.
Like,
You're thinking it's
whoa,
negative.
wait a
I'm
second.
thinking
what's
reality.
happening right?
Right.
Maybe reality is the negative. That's fine though. I only live in reality. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Reality, but the reality
The
is
reality-
more than just the past and the now.
No, the
reality is the potential future as well.
No. And you're absolutely right.
And if you take that perspective on it, the potential future might be negatively impacted.
But
with your actual fucking brother.
all right, so let me stick to the topic, right? It doesn't say nothing about being in love with her. It doesn't say
Doesn't.
nothing about that, you know, or this person, because you know there's obviously women. in
Nigga,
the-
her.
Yeah, her. All right, you know what I'm saying?
You pulled a Greg.
It's
Greg
yeah, I
do
was
that?
taking my
Greg
time.
be doing that shit all the time. Nah,
Nigga,
it's usually with the cigar.
Tone did that like 4
I got
times.
some leather cleaner.
Like, you know this pleather, nigga. Don't play with me like that.
Yo,
he pulled the mic and said it on the mic too.
You gotta cut that. You gotta cut that.
He said, "Yo, pass me the
Yo,
mic."
nah. But yeah, nah. Back to what I was saying though, straight up though. Back, you know, if we
Alright.
sticking to the topic, right?
After
You know what I'm
that-
saying?
After this,
To really wrap it up.
He called it the topic too many times. This nigga,
to
oh,
really
like, this
to
is
really
not the
to really
topic.
finish the topic.
He
This
keeps
is
reminding
not
me.
my
not my dishes.
Nah, to really
This be the shit.
Yo, this is not the topic.
I feel like the next one about to go crazy though. That's what I'm saying. All right. To be honest, I would talk to the chick first and be like, yo,
Have
that's
the
my brother.
conversation, yeah.
I know everything. You don't gotta lie. If she lies, man, fuck that bitch.
I mean, what?
But like
you don't
I
gotta
know
say
the whole
that.
She
truth.
lies,
You know,
fuck
you
that
know at
bitch.
this
Yeah,
point.
I know. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna go talk
nigga
to
gonna
the
listen
quote
to his
unquote
bitch.
brother of mine, like, yo, keep it real with you, she not for you. He gonna probably be like, why? Be like, yo, cause I've been fucking shorty since such and
And
such.
that's all I'm saying. bro.
Over with.
It gotta be a transparency.
Over with.
'cause at the end of the day,
Yes.
it's a new relationship.
Yeah,
with
nah,
everybody,
that's what I was
you know
saying. That's what I was saying earlier. It's 2 conversations I
It
need to
can't
have.
be-
I
you can't
need to
be-
have.
You can't be holding back from
I'm
your
not
brother
picking and
at the
choosing.
end of
There's
the
gonna
day.
be 2 conversations.
Regardless of
But,
whether or not
you know-
it's a new brother, now you guys are building a relationship towards the
see.
future.
Yeah,
Whether or
nah, I
not you
feel
find
that.
out you don't
I
fuck with
can't
him
even focus
later,
on the conversation. Fucking peanut
whether or
gallery.
not you don't fuck with the nigga later,
Yeah.
that's a different conversation.
Cause it's like if that wasn't my brother and I found out like
Omar's like,
If
on to the
that was you
topic.
just-
What's the topic?
All
Yeah.
right, all right, cut. All right,
Let's go.
let's get into the fucking topic.
Ain't
Nah,
no
straight
more,
up,
not
straight
less.
up. I
Topic
didn't know
of
y'all
the
had
night.
nah, this shit
Yeah,
gets the
topic
game.
last
This shit
time
gets
was
the show
game.
rolling,
Yeah,
nigga. Like
yo, nah, real
this
shit.
shit gets
Yo,
the
this is why
show.
we here till 2 a.m. every fucking
Yo,
Saturday.
this gets the show rolling. I ain't even
Nigga,
gonna
you
lie.
never hear till 2 a.m.
nigga, play the fucking goddamn topic, nigga. God damn.
Oh, like I'm
Yo.
not trying to be here till 2
This
a.m.
nigga turned into HBO real quick.
That's crazy.
I pay to be here.
All right, check me out. One mic. So, is it
Nigga, we got
okay
like 6 mics.
to have an escape fund in a relationship?
Yes.
So,
Shit.
No.
so this.
Shut the fuck up.
Yo,
You ain't got
so-
the mic, nigga.
So
She's
hold
a
on,
lying
hold on.
bitch. Why do you have
Hold
fun?
on.
if you
First
don't
of
know
all,
about
hold
it?
on.
That is a
Hold on,
crime.
wait. Before anybody
That is
say
money
anything,
laundering.
before anybody say anything,
Hold
I
it down,
gotta give
hold it
y'all
down.
the premises of where this comes from, right? So,
Bitch, why do you have
there
your
is a
own
woman.
money?
There is a. So there is a woman
There is a woman.
who
Yeah, bro.
her husband pays all the bills, takes care of everything. They got a great relationship. The mother told her, look,
Jesus pose.
I know everything's good, but make sure that you got an escape fund just in case anything happens. So what she does is he makes all the money. She takes a piece of the money and puts it away into her side account. She got about $47,000 put away for
a rainy day.
Nigga, that's
Just
a rainy
in case
month.
this nigga
Not a
act
rainy
crazy.
day,
Fucking
an
rainy
escape
day.
fund.
An escape.
All right.
Escape fund.
All right, who
That's a
go
rainy
first?
year,
Here's what
nigga.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
say.
Who go-
This
you
doesn't
go
have a
first.
this doesn't have a caveat. Like there's nothing that says behind this person's back without this person knowing. It's just, is it okay
I feel like an
to have an
escape fund
escape
is
fund?
behind the back.
No. So
It
here's
ain't-
what
it
I'm
ain't
gonna
no
say.
such thing as,
when I
yeah,
was
baby, I know you got that escape fund.
when I got married, I
What
was
you escaping from?
Nah, listen.
Alcatraz?
Go ahead.
When I got married, I'm
Oh, so
Muslim.
you were married, okay.
I was Muslim. My husband was Muslim.
I actually remember that.
I got a dowry. The dowry is an escape fund. The dowry says, when I went to the masjid to get married, the imam said, what you want as your dowry? I said a ring. He said, no, you get a ring and a dowry. What can your man afford? So I tell him what my man can afford. He can afford 10K. So I want 10K. He can afford 10K. I want 10K.
So it's essentially like a prenup in a sense.
This is not necessarily, this is what prenups come from.
Okay.
Dowries came first.
Okay.
Prenups are now.
Talk that origin talk.
Because people don't do dowries no more. So a dowry is a surety. A dowry is if you die, if you leave me, if some fuck shit happens, I have money to fall back on.
So is it like a separate bank account that like is like completely?
My shit is completely separate.
So is he allowed to see it? And know
Are you
what's in
still
there?
He
married?
gotta give me the money. That's it. We still married. No, are we?
Okay.
Am I still married
Yeah.
now? No, I got divorced like 8 years ago.
So you got the
You got
dowry.
that dowry.
I got the dowry up front. You get
dowry.
You get the dowry up front. I get
Oh,
the
so you got
dowry
it.
up front.
Okay.
Before I even say I do, he has to give me. He has to give me whatever I ask for.
Whatever you
I'm
ask
glad
for.
I'm not Muslim.
So I don't get to touch that. I'm not touching that. And
Yo,
if we separate,
can't Muslims get like 2-3 wives too?
so
Nigga,
it
that
has to
shit
be.
get expensive
I would
after
never
a
do
while.
that.
It got to be okay with the first wife. As long as it's okay with the first wife.
Okay.
It has to be okay with the first wife.
Okay.
If the
Respect,
first wife
yeah.
is like, yeah, I get it, I understand, and I'm cool with it, cool. If it's gonna cause some
Something
internal,
tells me you weren't okay
an
with it.
internal war with her, yeah, of course I'm not okay with that.
I'm about to get a dowry.
It's- So not only did I get 10K dowry, he gave me 20K upon a Marion as well, just to have together. So
That's
I
all right.
ain't gonna
Green
hold
card
you.
talk.
We blew that shit fast as fuck. I know you can go through 20K that fast. And then I divorced him
Like
shortly
I'm about to go to this
after.
poetry class, nigga.
She did a scam.
Why you doing?
I'm about to get some shrooms, nigga.
Hold up. What's it?
She did a wedding scam.
Wait, she bought and stole, nigga.
She said I got that 30,000 and divorced that nigga. Fuck him.
It wasn't like
Wait,
that
how
for
long was
years.
you married for?
That's crazy.
Not that long.
3 months, nigga. 3 months.
That nigga started
years.
fucking up on week 2. I was out of there by week 7.
It was the third month. That nigga started-
I said 3 months. I said 3 months.
That's crazy.
He said 90-day fiance, nigga.
Oh shit.
Nigga done blew the
Oh
event.
shit. All
There's,
right.
there's
So
a
you
reason
would
why
say
you're
it's
supposed to
okay.
do couple counseling beforehand, not afterwards.
Nigga done blew the advance and jump ship on the label.
Damn.
So you would say it's okay to have an escape fund.
I think that you should. I don't think that it should just be one-sided though. I don't think it should just be women.
That
Because
changes
very often
everything.
men lose
That changes
at the
Yeah.
end of
that,
it.
Hell
that
yeah.
changes everything.
I
That's-
don't think it should be one person. Both parties should have money put aside for themselves and shit in case. Because you can't expect someone to have integrity. I'm not going to lie. When me and my nigga got together, our agreement was whoever fuck up is who got to leave the house.
Right. That's
So if
good.
I
That's
fuck up
perfect.
and I cheat, I got to go. I'm not going to make you go because I'm the woman and that's it.
Right.
But if you fuck
I
up,
think-
you got to go. Everybody's not going to be that fair. So you should protect yourself just in case.
I think
Most people don't. They just stand on love and just be like, yeah. And then they complain when the bitch take half of everything.
Love
like,
is bullshit.
Yo, fact.
I think half of everything is excessive though.
Hell yeah.
I think
when you not a homemaker, yeah.
I
If
think-
you a homemaker, then it's not excessive.
I think in general.
In what way?
I think in
I
general.
want it all.
I
Nigga,
think-
fuck is you talking
I
about?
think in general. Hey, but guess what? realistically,
I'm not gonna put a nigga all the way under.
Yo, but look,
You're not gonna be the same.
Yo,
after
but
me.
look, but realistically though.
Fuck you mean period?
Hold on, bro.
Don't be co-signing this.
Fuck she mean period. Yo, but realistically, as a person that has played both roles,
Nigga, what roles you playing?
nigga, I'm the single dad. Nigga, fuck is you talking about?
He was trying to call you transgender.
I wasn't
He
sure.
was trying to call you transgender on the low, yo.
No, I wasn't sure.
Up.
We was in
Blake, yo,
three
get
different
him.
conversations. So I wasn't sure where we was going. All I heard was play both roles.
What I'm saying is
I want to make sure you clarify for the audience.
I understand.
You pull that shit a lot. Clarifying for the
and maybe
audience
I'm
shit.
different because at the same time, I feel like whether a situation is not 100% 50-50, that both parents should nourish the children.
Yeah.
Both parents should bring things to the table.
Yeah.
What I lack, you should bring into. We should both know how to cook. We should both know how to clean. We should both know how to do
Cover
these
each other's
things,
blind
right?
spots. Yeah.
But the problem is that when somebody feels like I'm gonna only go to work and this person's only gonna handle the crib, if me handling the crib put you in position and make everything that you did at work and you were never home 90% of the time, yeah, that person's probably entitled to 50% because they made it
But that's
possible
the old way.
for
That's
you to.
the old way back.
But they made it
back-
possible
yeah.
for you to go get that bread, and in
Right.
that instance,
That's
it's
the
that.
old way.
But
That's definitely the old way.
if I'm working
50?
and bringing shit to the table, and I'm here nourishing and doing everything
50%?
else, I feel like 50% is heavy.
Yo.
Yeah, I agree
Maybe
with that. I kind of agree with that.
50%?
25 guaranteed.
If you was taking care of the home,
Everything
yes,
else
you
is
deserve 50.
All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all like
50%?
this.
As a man, what you do is you put everything in your mama's name, and she can't
That's how a
get.
soccer player said that.
Ronaldo.
No, because she's smart. You don't put it in your mother name. You put that shit in the trust.
50% is crazy.
Put that shit in the
Let me
trust.
tell y'all something.
You deserve to be.
everything.
I wanna hear
broke
that
as
shit.
fuck.
No.
You
Y'all niggas
deserve
not,
to be taken
but not
care
just
of.
any trust. Not just any
50%
trust.
is
Have-
crazy.
Hold on.
Talk about it. That
Not just,
irrevocable
not
trust.
just any trust, right? You have to put it in a
50% is
foreign trust.
crazy.
If it's a foreign trust, the U.S. government cannot fuck with
have
it.
no jurisdiction.
It have zero jurisdiction. So I have my father.
Regular niggas not doing that shit.
Exactly,
Y'all
but
niggas
that's
not
why.
doing
But that's why.
it.
That's why most women get away with it. But peep this.
That's why it's OMH.
My dad lives in Jamaica. I'll literally call that nigga right now and be like, yo, I need your address. I'm about to create a trust, and I'm going to use your address. Now it is a foreign trust. I'm going to put my house deed in it. I'm going to put my car in it. I'm going to put anything that has legal documentation in that trust.
asset.
Therefore, the U.S. government cannot fuck with it. Then I'm going to go to the
That shit about to
DMV
change.
and get my DOT plates.
That shit about to
What I
change.
do is get my DOT plates. What that means is that I am a private traveler, meaning that any police officer that sees my plate, they'll run it and it says "Do not detain." This is a entity that is outside of our jurisdiction. If you pull him over, you have no jurisdiction over. You will be charged. So yes, you can pull him over, you can arrest him, you can do all this shit, but we will pay for it. Don't fuck with him.
Everyday niggas is not doing that.
We
though.
learned
You're
this
right.
is OMH.
You're right.
Everyday niggas don't got a dad in Jamaica.
Don't just get a regular trust, because what happens is you get a regular trust, and if something happens to you, you obviously have a power of attorney and stuff like that. They start taxing it. They start putting, what is it, rebate? They start putting stuff like that on it. If it's a foreign trust, the U.S. government has zero jurisdiction.
So what you saying is be a passport, bro. Get good with her father. Get good with her father. Then make the Outta country trust.
The Outta country trust.
They taking
Nigga.
all your bread.
No, the
Get
fuck
to
they're
her
not.
Father.
No, the fuck they not.
They siphoning
If that
all
nigga lives
bread.
if that nigga lives in the country outside of the United States, they can't fuck with you.
She's saying the.
Nah,
the
he
father
said
is taking the trust.
get a passport, getting good with her
Nah.
father.
If you're gonna
Take
get a
the mic if you
passport,
got a
make sure it is
question.
a
Hold on, hold on.
non-citizen
Hold on.
national passport.
Hold on, that's just me making a joke. But in all reality, to go buy a property in Southern America or one of the islands is actually cheaper than it is to buy here.
Exactly.
So if
Absolutely.
you're able to
course.
go over there and bust that move, then you can actually set up your own foreign trust because all you need is the address.
Yes, I just recently learned that
Most-
3,000 American dollars is what,
influencers-
8 million.
Not most, but a
Nigerian
lot
dollars?
of influencers will operate out of Dubai because before that very
Or
reason.
Bali. Bali
So
is Bali is
So
Puerto
I
Rico.
understand, but what
Puerto
I'm
Rico.
saying is like regular niggas is not doing that. My baby father took me to court for child support.
Rico, you
that
don't pay
nigga didn't
taxes.
just have to pay child support. He had to pay he had a moral obligation to my kids that didn't even belong to him. That's the way that the system really works.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
and
the way that it really
and
works.
child support is illegal.
What?
Child support is illegal.
In what
Yo,
way?
we gonna turn around. He said,
All right, so
he said,
child support is illegal. The reason why you have to go to court and pay
true.
child support is because you had the motherfuckers securitize the child's birth certificate.
Yeah.
The birth certificate makes sure
They
that the U.S. government
commodifies them.
owns
Yeah,
your child.
commodifies
That's
them.
why they
I
can
was
call
waiting for him to get in
CPS.
his bag.
That's why if you can't take your kid out of school, that's why if your kid don't go to school,
you
they
can
can
hold
arrest
that. You can stop that. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Even if you're not
You can-
sovereign.
but you have to sign shit, blah blah blah. No, if I'm actually free, I'll pull up to any school and say, "Yo, come with me." That is my child.
If
That's
you're
abduction.
if you're that free,
abduction.
your kid can't even.
That's abduction right now.
Peep though.
That's called kidnapping, my nigga.
Peep though. I
If
love
you're
how he said that.
free,
What the fuck?
If you're that free, he said
Yeah,
what
we
you do
never
is
stay on
when you
topic.
write a birth certificate, you don't just securitize the child, you commodify them. When you have a
we
birth
on topic.
certificate,
We figuring out how to
if
move the
you're
money.
that free and the
Cook
child
the
doesn't
books.
even have a birth certificate, they can't even enter the school system in the first place.
Right.
They don't
right.
need to.
That's first come first. They can't even enter the school system in the first place. So that scenario is not even ever a scenario. That's never a thing.
Yeah.
You either sovereign and you operate out of your own sovereignty, or you're not and you operate within the confines of the U.S.
Exactly.
government.
You ever heard the term sovereign citizen? That word is an oxymoron because you can't be sovereign and a citizen.
at the same time,
Citizen literally means you are a slave, and you can't be a slave to a country or to a corporation. You're either an employee or a slave. You can't be a citizen. Excuse me. You can't be a citizen to a slave to a corporation, which is the United States. You are either an employee or you're a slave, and your employee number is your social security. You cannot be a citizen to a business. You are an employee or you are a slave.
That's
and
why your job takes insurance out on you.
99.9% of everybody in the United States is a fucking slave. All these rich niggas that most people idolize and look at, the reason why they can't do nothing for the black community is because they are fucking slaves and they are owned by the white man. They are paid by the white man.
Let's be specific.
LeBron James is a billionaire because of all his sponsorships.
Let's be
LeBron
specific.
let LeBron
The
James
Jewish
come
man.
out and say some shit that he really
y'all
thinks.
some
and
anti-Semitic shit.
Anything. Let LeBron James come out and say some shit that the white man don't like.
Let's be
and
real.
then he's no longer a billionaire.
Let's
Because
be
all the
real.
sponsors are gonna
He
fucking
can say all the
hightail the
shit
fuck
about
out of here.
He can say all the shit about white people he
Kanye
wants,
West.
and nobody gonna give a fuck.
Kanye West.
Kanye said, "I'm not
West
gonna
is
say who
technically
it
no
was."
longer a billionaire
Jewish people.
because Adidas left, all these sponsorships left, everything left.
He can say
And
all the shit
it
about
don't
white
fucking
people
matter.
he want. He say one thing about Jewish people. He's no longer a billionaire.
Hey, yo, hey,
Certain white people.
Hey, did y'all niggas hear about? Did y'all niggas see the video of Vladimir Putin pulling out one of the ancient relics?
yes,
of historic
and Jesus is black. Yes, he did. They didn't mean to. They didn't mean to do that. All them niggas in that room didn't know what the fuck was in there. It was a historic event.
I told y'all niggas
They
that was in
didn't
the
know
bottom of the
that they were
Vatican
gonna
last
see a
time.
black Jesus.
Jesus
Yeah,
been
but there are
black.
relics everywhere of black Jesus.
Yes,
Black
but the
Jesus,
problem
bro.
is these relics that they had
that's
opened
seizure
was
Borgia. Them
unopened
niggas is not
for
letting that go.
millennia,
I ain't see
for
this shit.
many
I ain't
years,
see this shit.
and nobody in that room knew that they were gonna see a black Jesus. It's too late. It's on social media. It's going everywhere.
Really?
But think about it though. Where the fuck would you find a blue-eyed, long-haired white nigga in the fucking Middle East? Tell me.
In the Bible.
Stop it.
In the Bible.
Stop it.
By the way,
You ain't finding nothing
I
in the
started
Bible.
listening to the
Jesus
Bible-
said,
the
"Yo,
Bible
I have,
says
I
he
have
has
bronze.
skin of-
Yo,
skin of
I have
bronze,
skin of
wool.
bronze and sheep wool hair.
People here.
Where the fuck? Like,
a-
come on. You
I'm
just
a-
described the black man.
I don't know if it's gonna work, but
Like,
I'm gonna
come
send
on,
all y'all
bro.
niggas my
Shit, like-
my login to Audible so y'all can listen to the Emerald tablets and just any.
Yo,
of
you
that.
got Audible? You got Crunchyroll
I
too?
got Audible. I got Crunchyroll too.
Yo, send me that too.
Crunchyroll
Y'all niggas, so y'all want the anime and not the
Yeah.
Shit, nigga, you got stars and Hulu, nigga. Shit. So
I
we
got
sharing
Hulu.
logins.
I share Hulu with niggas. I
but the
ain't.
Emerald
I
Stars,
ain't.
though, I
I ain't.
had it. I had it.
Yeah,
but
send
you
me a
did give
Hulu,
it to me
Blaze.
because I
I'll
had
send you
it.
my Hulu.
The
'Cause I
Emerald-
just
the
can't
Emerald
do that
You
tablets.
did right, so she like that shit count.
The Emerald tablets.
I ain't
Don't it
stingy
sound
on my
like
shit.
a couple stories that you already heard before?
Nah, bro. Honestly, yo, it's so
That
philosophical.
shit, oh.
It's
Talk
over.
that shit,
It's
cause I'm
What'd you
over
say,
here,
oh?
nigga, right?
What'd you
it's
say?
over.
oh?
that
Emerald
Cat Williams
tablets?
was talking about.
The
I
Emerald
actually-
tablets.
Yeah, them shit's real.
From my first
And them
listening,
shits
though, it's
say some
it's
shit.
overly philosophical to the point.
But it
where,
sounds like a couple stories that you heard in the
Nah,
book
but
nowadays,
every story that you've heard is a story that you've heard. But at the same time,
Folklore.
what they basically said there, they said there's still a couple stories that they don't feel comfortable releasing to the public, so you get to hear what you're hearing to begin with.
There's a bunch of missing books.
Yeah.
You got the book of
Y'all niggas-
Barnabas.
y'all-
There's a bunch of
The
them.
dead,
but this-
the
but this-
dead,
books.
the dead sea
But
scrolls.
it's not the Bible. This is the Emerald Tablet.
Y'all need to read the Apocrypha.
But when it was talking about the Emerald Tablets, they said it's made in a substance that is chemically unexplained because
Right.
the tablets are emerald green,
Right.
but they're not subjective to chemical change.
Chemical change.
And that's
yep.
why nothing has happened to them over this time, and they're bound.
This has been.
They're binded by.
crazy.
Basically it's almost like an emerald sheet with gold binding, and it's
It's like emerald, the metal, not just the color.
Yeah, but at that time, that
Emerald-
scientific stuff was not known. From
They
like
still
they
can't
said it's not
emerald-
known.
As far as we know.
They
but
said
Emerald, the mineral.
They still
yeah.
can't deconstruct it and figure
Right.
out what the components are because everything in the world, whether we make it, is still susceptible to chemical change.
Yeah.
Right.
The emerald tablets are
Or
not
not.
subjective
Yeah.
to chemical change
Because they're
Nothing
raw.
has
Because they're
changed
raw
about their
elements.
structure or their elements at all.
But even
since-
But
the way it
emerald
was
is
structured.
since they was
Yes,
found.
yes and no.
Allegedly,
The
according to
same
book.
thing. The same reason why gold can't oxidize. The same reason why emerald. I mean, it gets dusty. You know what I'm saying? It gets the time does affect these things, but they're raw elements. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at the stone tablets in
bring it back.
Egypt, aka ancient Kemet.
We ain't
All
gotta
these
bring it
things,
back.
all
We
these
doing the
things were
illustrated
already
one.
lined out. The light bulb was already a thing in
Already
ancient
came.
Kemet.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
It was-
And then Thomas Edison came out, and Thomas Edison didn't create no fucking light bulb, bro. They literally had shit on
Now he
tablets.
stole it from the black
He
people.
stole it from black people
Louis
in
Latimer.
ancient Kemet, the Kemites.
Who?
He
Louis
stole it from
Latimer.
them.
Yes, sir.
Chem-
Louis
Yeah.
Latimer didn't create the light bulb. He created the filament.
The filament, yes.
Which lights.
Which lights the actual
it doesn't
light
just
bulb.
light it. It keeps it burning for a long time.
Yeah.
Without the filament, it would burn out really quickly.
So basically,
right.
this is modern corporate, which is I have a concept, you have the information, you're gonna create it. I'm gonna put my name on it, and I'm gonna be that.
I'm a
nigga.
Steve Jobs this shit.
I'm gonna give you a portion more than you will ever.
Yeah,
would've
because
got
all y'all
for your
niggas are
brain,
dead, and y'all
because I
can't
know
speak
how
up.
to
The dead don't speak.
capitalize off business, and that's how a lot of
Really
us
what it
get
is.
taken
For me, I
advantage
think
of.
most of this history shit was like, whoever won a war
They
or
tell
some
the
sort
story.
of thing.
The winner
tells
already
the
tells.
story.
Yeah, the winner tells the
to the
story.
Tells the
spoil,
story.
to the spoils of the war. Goes
Right.
Goes to
So
the
it's
To
like,
the war goes to the winner. Yes, sir.
So there's a the second
I said
longest
that, but
epic
okay.
poem in history ever is an Iranian poem. It's called the Shahnameh.
okay.
And in the Shahnameh, there's an excerpt that I use sometimes. I'll spit sometimes to talk about the relevance of poetry.
Spit that shit. I want to hear it.
Is you sure?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Don't play me.
Know about her? The whole shit.
Yeah.
I believe
Why do
she
you know
knows
the
it
whole
by
shit by
heart.
heart?
It's an excerpt.
Yeah.
The Shahnameh is the second longest epic poem ever. Is 50,000 couplets. That's 100,000 lines.
That shit
Damn.
sound
I'm not memorizing that shit
Okay,
by
okay,
heart.
nah,
But
yeah.
you
There's
got
an excerpt.
that shit sound like
That's
There's a
pulled
short
out of it.
excerpt. So what I
anime.
want to say to that is that when you say to the victor go the spoils, or
Bars.
the victor gets to tell the story, is that's not always true. The victor gets to write history, but we still get to tell our stories. Whether it's the griots from Africa, right? So originally in Africa, the storytellers were the griots, and then you have the poets of the Middle East,
Yeah.
who tell the stories. Is that our story still survives? So basically, in the poem, he's talking about the war. So in Iran, very much like Palestine right now, there has been endless war in that
Oh
land.
yeah, because they don't like. Yeah.
There's always been endless
religion
war in
war,
that
yeah,
land.
yeah.
So basically, he's talking about, the invaders came, war happened, the king lost, they killed him, and then he goes on to say, all right, so the way the poem goes is he says, the sun goes down on the fallen flag, the king is lost, the day is gone, our people are left defenseless, the only weapon we have left is our voice, so they come for our words. Scholars are murdered, books are burned, entire libraries are turned to dust until nothing remains, not even memories of who we were. But once he starts getting to the end, basically he's like, there's a knight who comes galloping across the land. He summons all of the authors, the teachers, the thinkers that are left. He tells them to collect the remaining words to get the myths. I mean, the sages.
Yeah.
They're the keepers of the oldest myths from before the written word.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to copy down all of the stories. So he's like, after all of the words have been collected, after everything that remained has been written down, then you get a poet.
Yeah.
And what he goes on to say basically is that he got a fire ass bar where he says, it had to be a poet because poetry is music. It sinks into the mind of the people. Yeah. And in the land of endless war, the safest library is in the memory. Right? So the reality is that as long as we keep storytelling alive, nobody can really tell our story. That's why we're able to trace our roots. That's why y'all just watched this special about this woman who was able to trace her ancestry to like Sierra Leone because she sung a Negro hymn that she thought was a Negro. She's Gullah Geechee. She thought it was a Negro hymn that she's been singing her whole life, but really it was a song from Sierra Leone, from her people. So as long as we keep the storytelling alive, nobody can really tell our story. They can write it down in history as being truth if they want to.
And some of those stories was told by music, right?
So a lot of them is told by oral tradition, by music, because it stays with us differently.
Gotcha. That's... what the fuck?
And Tone has arrived.
There we go.
Nah, yo, but like,
So to wrap it all up.
but you're right though. I mean, throughout history, you know, a lot of the knowledge that is actually like factual, you know, has been persecuted, you know, and chased down and destroyed. You know, Library of Alexandria, like they burned that shit down. That's where most of like the original Bibles were. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why stories but
but they still have the Coptic Bible. They still have the most original Bible in existence.
Exactly.
Ethiopia.
So even that, you know, shit like the Quran. Like I've never read both texts. The Quran. Yeah. I've never read both texts, but what I've heard is that they are very similar because you know with the language changes and like folklore, you know, in history. As it's being told down in generations, certain things change, and that's you have to assume that's the same way through.
It's like telephone.
But the Quran is different. The Quran is different because the Quran is
it's the Quran.
You gotta roll your R's.
Tell me how to pronounce it.
Marcelli said I can't call it nothing else. That nigga said it's the Quran.
It's the Quran.
If you tell me your name is Yexi and I'm sitting here calling you Yexi, you gonna correct me, right?
Yexi.
I speak Arabic.
I'm just saying.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna say it the way that I say it.
We gotta respect people.
The Quran.
You can't roll your R's.
It is my culture. I said it already. I said the Quran. That's how they say it. They break it down. The Quran, but I'm gonna say the Quran. The Quran is different in a sense where that word has never been changed.
Yeah.
It is the only word that has never been changed.
Talking about the text though. Within the Quran.
Has never been changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just the text, the language. Arabic is the only language that has not changed at all from then until now.
What about Hebrew?
Hebrew has changed.
Hebrew has changed?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm asking for knowledge purposes.
Hebrew has changed because Hebrew was lost.
Yeah. Well,
Because
it was lost.
Lost in what way?
A language that's lost is retranslated.
So Hebrew wasn't even what it was originally called.
So none of the original speakers. Yeah, that's crazy that you bring that up because it's a lot of shit. Nah, real talk. It's a lot of shit.
Nigga, go tinkle.
It's a lot of shit that has been whitewashed.
Yes.
Like, did you guys know Hindu is not an actual Hindu word?
Hindu is not. It's the colonizer's word.
It's the colonizer's word.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just like Eskimo, for instance, is a slur.
Yeah.
You know.
It's not an actual word that they use.
People that
20 minutes in.
So basically, language as a whole, because English is
subjective as fuck.
The biggest language now is that language.
That got all these fucking comments.
I don't think English is the biggest language, though.
I'm saying in general, as in it's almost
it's not distracting.
It's the global language where people feel like, yo, if you have to learn a second language, outside of your native tongue,
Yeah.
you learn English.
I guess.
So when things
It's
in English,
economics.
things in English are basically like we said, as they wrote it, as they believe.
Yeah.
I'm calling y'all Eskimos, so that's what the fuck y'all is.
Yeah.
And that's what we know because that's the
Perception
language
is
we're taught.
reality.
Yeah.
And we don't know the history of things like that. Like I feel like it might have not been the last episode where you were saying it, but it was an episode before that where I was talking about the things you're talking about now, and it's all coming full circle, which was when I was talking about Holy Blood, Holy Grail, the bloodline of Jesus and things like that. Him encountering different people. Why it wasn't Judaism and why Jewish.
So you think Mary Magdalene had a escape fund?
I think and we are back. I think Mary Magdalene had an escape plan.
It's like, nigga, they gonna crucify your ass. Keep talking that shit.
Man, you know what I think it
I
is?
gotta figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do.
I'll figure out what the
you
fuck I'm
gotta
gonna do
think about how
afterwards.
easy it is to lay low in a time where there is
It
no
was no
social
internet.
media, no
Yeah.
cameras, no internet.
All right, so I spit
Nigga,
a
we
poem.
was
I spit
like
a poem
10.
for y'all before the camera started rolling, and what I said was Isa was never crucified. I said I said Judas took his place. So that was the escape plan. Like having that level of faith of knowing that if anybody really like is into theology or comparative religion, that it says that Jesus was first of all never crucified.
They said Jesus didn't crucify. He
He
escaped to the
ascended.
Middle
He
East.
ascended before it even happened, and Judas took his place. And Judas was made to look like him.
So what about in the Bible
Some
where
people
it says
say
that?
Jesus escaped to the Middle East and the lookalike got crucified instead.
The lookalike was Judas. Supposedly, what happened was Judas was made to appear to look to everyone else like Jesus.
Like Jesus.
Yeah, and he
But
ascended.
you
What
want to
about-
know, but
what
you
about
know
in the
why a lot
Bible?
of people,
I heard that
but you
story.
know why a lot of Christians wouldn't believe that though, because
No,
then it
Christians
takes
do believe it.
no. Here's why I say
in
that.
the
Here's
Quran.
why I say
They
that.
don't?
The reason
Nah,
why
they
I
don't
say
believe
that
that.
is because
Nigga, the whole thing about
it takes
Christianity
away from the
is
message
Jesus
is that
sacrificed
he
himself.
sacrificed himself. He knew what was gonna happen the night before that the Roman soldiers came for him, that he was gonna
Was
get
the Last
sacrificed,
Supper.
and he had a moment of what we call folding. Jesus folded for a second. He cried.
He
You
cried
know,
to
he
God.
cried. He cried to God. He said, "Why me?
Why? Why forsake me?"
Why forsake me?" You know what I'm saying?
Like the most
Right
famous
before that
Jesus
folded.
line.
He did all that shit. He did all the human shit you can think about.
Because he became
he was
human in that
human.
moment.
Yes, he is human.
he's
But for a
human.
long period of time, you know, he was holier than thou. You feel what I'm saying? But for that, the night before he was crucified, he folded.
But he
you
also
know what I'm
said
saying?
what?
I don't think
When he was
folding
on
is
the cross,
right
though,
word.
he said,
But he
There was no
also said
cross.
what?
He said,
There was no cross.
well,
So
There
the
was no
cross,
cross.
the actual instrument that was
a stake.
used was a stake.
Was
right.
it was
a-
a,
was it
Yeah.
like
it wasn't
Jonah.
an
it
actual
was not
like.
a cross.
cross,
He didn't
like
say,
Jonah,
and I
like
don't think
Jonah.
folding is the right word.
I mean,
I think what he means
folding,
is he showed a
he showed a moment
semblance
of- yes.
of
Rico,
Because
stop.
he was
humanity.
human. Because he was
Right.
human.
What he
I think
Yes.
I think that's what he's
But-
trying to
but
get
what he
across.
said
Yeah, but if I
So
was to, but if I was to heal your
despite the
wounds, but
nature-
if I was to heal your wounds right now, you wouldn't call me human.
All right, so here's what I want to say to that. So I think people misinterpret the allegory that's in the Bible. So when they say Lazarus rose from the dead, for instance, right? Who to say that was an actual physical death? And this nigga was not in a
On the brink of
catatonic
death.
state.
On the brink of death.
That
yeah.
or not even on the brink of death, that he was dying
sick.
of depression.
Okay.
That he
was
didn't want to
faded.
get out of bed, move, do. So we have spiritual death, and then we have physical death.
Okay.
Jesus could have supported him in rising from the tomb from a spiritual death and not a physical death. When Tone said all of this shit is derivative, a story from a story from a story.
Mm-hmm.
These are the same stories, and you said ancient Egypt was really Kemet.
Right,
These are stories about Osiris, Isis, Osiris, Set, or Set, whatever
Yeah,
names you
Set,
want to give
Set.
them.
Yeah.
Right? Well, Isis and Osiris
Nigga
are
said
the more
Offset.
modern names, but you have Orset, Orsar,
Amigos, nigga.
and all of
Offset.
these stories are the same exact stories. When
Yeah.
you talk about the dismemberment, right? When his brother Set dismembered his
Callus.
body and scattered him everywhere.
Yeah.
That was not a literal, and that she pieced him back together right? With his phallus being the last piece, and then she sexed him back into life. That was not a physical death or a literal death. That was a figurative death and a spiritual death that one feels when his own brother is taking his throne from him.
So when we're talking about all these historical contexts and stuff like that, it's all a game of semantics, though. It's all a game of words, and it's all a game of different.
At the end of the day,
meanings
it's a game of interpretation.
It's
how you interpret the text. It's like what.
I feel like
you believe in that shit.
What can I? What can I glean from this text? What can I really take of
So
value?
in Christianity, they call it the power of discernment.
Yeah, discernment.
So not everybody has the ability to discern.
Yeah.
So that's why you're supposed to have a spiritual leader who is supposed to discern for you. But we have a bunch of niggas who claim they men of the cloth, and they not really feeding people bullshit.
I think a lot of it comes down to as well, not only just like
they do it for money.
Absolutely.
Pulpit pimps.
Absolutely. Fucking Joel Osteen.
That's that mega church nigga, right? I know what you're talking about.
Fucking TD Jakes.
TD too. I'm sorry.
TD Snakes.
TD Snakes.
TD Banks.
Don't look at that nigga in God.
Have you ever been swallowed?
Yeah. No Diddy.
Nah, at the end of the day, I think people have to really be able to think for themselves. And if you can't think for yourself, you can't discern the difference between the two. And at the end of the day, reality is reality. And if you want to dive deep into the difference, what you laughing at, nigga?
Tone.
Oh. If you want to dive deep into like different, first of all, you have to do your research. You have to absolutely do your research, because in conversations like these, a lot of times shit will go over motherfuckers' heads.
I have a question though.
The more you know, the more you learn, though, the less that you realize that you don't know anything at all.
Absolutely. I didn't know where he was going with that. I was about to definitely rebut you, but absolutely.
You wasn't.
I was about to.
She said, "I'm ready for you tonight, nigga."
Yeah, I ain't smoke. I'm not paranoid tonight.
You don't need Google this. You don't need Google
I can't prepare.
No moment is silent. Fuck all that.
But I think at the end of the day, if you're a person and you care about another person, you should, and you're married, you should absolutely together prepare for the potential separation.
Okay, you tying it up.
You tied that shit right.
Nah, he's tying it right back up. Nah,
preparing it together is crazy though.
But at the end of the day, I don't know.
So you guys want to create a GoFundMe?
Not even a GoFundMe. But like,
and
yo,
then at the end, if y'all split up, we split it.
We married, right?
Prenup.
I love you. I love you to the end of the earth, right? I should care about your situation after a potential breakup. You should care about. You should care about my situation.
Hypothetically,
you should care about my situation after a breakup.
Like out of that space of integrity.
Right. Absolutely.
It's stupid.
Yeah. So in this scenario that we talked about, right,
What's
where
that?
this lady had $47,000 put away, and it was unbeknownst to the husband.
At the end of the day, we know divorce rates is at what, 50%? I think it went down to 40%.
70. Yeah, it's really high.
And like in the black community, it's even higher.
It's high as fuck, nigga. Like, it is what it is.
We in at 23.
That nigga gave you an exact number.
96% of niggas getting divorced now.
77.
But we know it's a possibility that shit is not going to end on good terms. So
it's a possibility. Yeah.
And real, true, like I love you, you love me. Let's not act like this shit is impenetrable.
I think that the institution of marriage as we know it is a white social construct.
Yes.
Who the fuck says that I need to? I'm gonna tell you like this: when I got married, I never went to the courthouse. This was never legally on paper. Mm-hmm. We got married at the masjid and in the eyes of God, and that was it. Right. This made it so much easier when it was time to divorce, and easier to settle things at the same time. Because when you don't, you have the government. So I think it's, for me, this is just my personal opinion. I think it's weird when people want to get the government involved in a romantic relationship.
I think divorce is a white construct too. I'm not even gonna lie.
So I wouldn't say a white construct.
It is.
I get where you're coming from.
Literally,
a marriage is a contract. So unless this is financially beneficial for me, why am I going into a contract with you?
Absolutely.
Because if we're talking about the
it is
real
financially beneficial.
No,
and I
we're
will
talking
talk to my partner about that.
Fuck all that because we're still talking current. if we're talking about the olden days and what marriage really is, remember, you don't just go out and say, "Oh, I like this nigga, I'm gonna marry him."
Nigga, I
No,
don't say that
the
ever.
father looks at you and see you a man of worth, a man of note, and say, "Yo, I'm gonna give my daughter to you." You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna blend the
That's
family.
not even
That's
where
why
that
he
stem
hands
from.
her off.
Man,
That's
it's
not even
about,
where that
it's
stem
about,
from.
it's
though.
about
Where does it-
joining,
where
it's
does-
That
about
comes from
joining
a
the
place of
family.
desperation.
No,
Where
it's
does
about
this stem
joining
from?
the
We
family.
look at that.
If we are
fathers
powerful
were the
people,
first pimps ever.
if
Fathers pimp their daughters out, and if you want to have an allegiance with another tribe
See, that's a
or
new
another
word.
kingdom,
That's a new word.
You are pimping your daughter
that's,
out.
That's a new word to describe what was back then.
Nah, fuck.
It's not.
what they
No,
did.
no, no.
They did
That
it
is
for
a
gain,
that is a new word
It
to
wasn't.
describe.
You said it. You vetting in a way like, are you going to be good for my daughter? Fuck
No,
being
no,
good for my
fuck all
daughter.
that. It's
are
like,
you good for my? Are you advantageous?
The problem.
Are you
no, no, no.
advantageous?
Look, I understand. I understand the misogyny of it. I get it. It exists and it's real. But what I'm saying is, the women most of the time, 9 times out of 10, didn't have a choice, and I get that. I'm not saying that didn't exist. What I'm saying is, if that nigga is of a family of note, of a family of nobility, of a family of of power, of you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm going to give my daughter to you as the father, and we are going to join families so that now we are ever more stronger.
Rico, hit me off.
It's not about. Back then. It wasn't about. They didn't respectfully.
Nah, I need
They didn't
some
give a
bourbon
fuck
now.
what the women think. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reality of it. And what I'm saying is, so to say, yeah, they're pimping their daughter out. Yes, in the new age, yes, that's exactly what it was. With the new words, that's exactly what it was. But back then, it was just, yo, your family's powerful, my family's powerful, but together we could be unfucking stoppable.
No,
So
not even that. because
to bind the family
no,
together,
wasn't it.
I'm going to give my
We're
oldest
talking
son
about you
to your daughter.
operating,
Hold
you
up, that
operating
was-
from caste systems. So I can only marry someone who is of my stock,
Yes.
right?
Powerful
So-
family to powerful family.
or a middle class family, or impoverished family
That's
and
some,
impoverished.
that's some Disney
It's the
bullshit.
same shit.
It's not Disney
That is
bullshit.
Disney
This still
bullshit.
happens. This
No,
happens in
nowadays
India.
it happens.
This happened back then too.
Yes, and it was
I
always
don't
a
think we
fucking
ever had
It's
two
problem.
based
guests
off of
going
what
at
you
it.
I
can
feel like
afford.
that's what Romeo and Juliet was based off of. Them capitalists was like, fuck them niggas.
Come together.
them capitalists was like, fuck them niggas. Them niggas are not it. Them niggas are not it. Fuck you talking about? Oh, word, y'all both about to kill each other? Fuck out of it. Yo, what are you talking? I'm not discrediting anything you're
No,
saying. It's
So
absolutely
the
true.
question is
It's
I think there's a lot of overlap.
They are joining. That is what marriage is when
That's
you
what
join
marriage
two
is.
together under God.
Does
Fuck
one
the court
family
system, like
have
you
an
said.
escape plan?
What the fuck is going on?
Does one family have escape funds?
Both should. And even if we bring it back to modern days, both people should have should create security for themselves.
Excuse me,
You
though.
should always have
there should be a
financial safety net for
prenup in
yourself.
place
Excuse me,
where
though.
both parties are being taken
She
care
has the
of.
mic because she over there in her chair, like,
Maxine,
what's
you
going,
had the mic,
Maxine?
you had something
You have
you
the
wanted
mic.
to say?
You over there. You in your chair,
something you wanted to
damn
say?
near
You got
falling
it.
out
Paying
your chair.
attention,
What you
goddamn.
saying? No. What? Oh, you
Peanut
wasn't even
gallery.
paying. All
Alright,
right, fuck it. I thought you was, because you was out your chair. I was like, what do you got to say?
But what I'm saying is, you kick that off with the father is picking in the daughter's best interest, and that's not necessarily
That's
what's
not true
happening.
at all.
Now, if we think about like what Muslims do, for instance, a woman is gonna have a wali, and this is where we strayed away from and having a value system.
Mm-hmm.
A woman usually would have, and I'm so happy that you said that. Right? Because I feel like men blame women all the time for the way that they choose or for what they end up with. But traditionally, we was not, and I'm not trying to be misogynist as a woman myself.
Or misandry.
We wasn't less. No, I'm not getting into misandry. What I'm gonna say is we wasn't left to our own devices.
Yeah, okay.
We wasn't left to just an emotional compass
Yeah.
that made us choose a man.
Yeah,
We had brothers, protectors, fathers, uncles who accompanied you
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that it wasn't just in the family's best interest or in the merging of the family, but that this person is actually going to be a good person
So
for you.
I disagree with you more
I
recently.
disagree with that too. Because
disagree
them
with you more
older niggas,
recently.
They would
Old
give
and-
their 13-year-old daughter to some 40-year-old man because
Where's
that
this
nigga's a
at?
man of
Where's
note.
this happening?
This
at?
Niggas
happens.
do all that.
This
to
happens.
pussy
Asking you
tracks.
where?
All over the world.
I'm
happened-
asking you where.
It's
Name
not-
it. Name
it's
where.
not-
I'm
it's
gonna
not-
tell you
Dragons.
where.
It's not where. It's nigga House of Dragons.
Niggas do all that to the
That's what
pussy
happened on
tracks.
House of
This
Dragons.
It's less where and more when.
As
No.
soon as the young woman
No.
had her
Back.
period, she is now considered
Where?
technically a woman.
Where?
Not where.
This is
When.
everywhere.
Where?
Not where.
This is throughout
everywhere.
time.
Where and when?
Everywhere,
let's
bro.
Name the location right
Let's
now.
nigga, Earth.
No, where? At
Earth, nigga.
Let's
In
use
the United
Anywhere,
States.
anywhere.
All right, so
It's not happening in the
Yo,
United States.
yeah, I don't want to put nobody on blast.
No,
but
that's-
somebody.
The United
I know.
States is new.
that's what I'm trying to ask.
Somebody I know, their great grandmother, nigga, was literally married off at 14, 15 years old to a 30-something
They're
year
great.
old
You said
man.
modern
Hold on,
times and you
hold
done
on,
took
hold
it
on,
back
hold on,
to
hold on.
19.
I was
No,
talking
my
about
whole
older.
point-
I was
you know
talking about
what?
older
My whole
times.
point
Modern
was not
times is
where.
different.
My whole
Modern
point was
times
not
is a whole
where.
different beast.
When.
So actually, my
And you
That was
said
my whole
modern
point.
times.
When.
Because
My-
my great
my
great grandmother
grandmother
was married when she was 13 too.
Exactly
Yeah,
why I
yeah.
said when.
My
I didn't
grandmother
say
was
where.
married-
So
I
that's
said
what-
when, and you said
But
where.
she's
I said
asking you
Earth.
where.
No,
I'm
no,
asking
but
you-
she was
I'm asking
asking
a
where
completely
in
different
the
thing.
United States.
No, 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 no,
That's
no.
new.
Where?
That was the
said
United
modern-
States.
Where
He
in
said
modern
modern
time? Where in
time.
modern
Who?
time?
Who said modern times?
I'm
Run
talking
the
about older
run the
days.
tape back.
I don't remember nobody saying modern
we don't got
times.
that kind
that's-
of technology.
Hold on,
yet.
y'all. That's crazy because my
Mediator,
grandmother
mediator.
treated a nigga bad to the day he died
Come on now.
Right.
and
What?
was never
Say
married.
that again.
I said my grandmother treated a nigga bad to the day he died and was never married.
So there are places like Yemen right now
Why?
where they
Why?
marry. There's child brides.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not a religious thing. For instance, people try to say that's an Islam thing. That's
It's
a
a
cultural
cultural
thing in
Yeah.
that space,
Right.
right?
Right.
But that's just no different from like cultural spaces in Africa where people be in an uproar about female genital mutilation, but not circumcising boys,
But
and that's the same thing.
male, yeah.
And that's the same exact thing.
Yes.
Because it's normalized.
Hold on. So I think the situation is in this regard, it was puberty, right? By the time a woman was capable of bearing children, that
She bore children.
in a society,
Yo, puberty and capability is not the same thing.
No. I'm not agreeing with it at all. I'm saying the logic,
The
behind
reality
it.
of it.
No, I
in that-
understand
in
what the
those
logic behind it is.
in those
She's
situ-
saying just because
Nah.
they hit puberty
I
don't
know
mean
what
they're
the
able
fuck
to do
she's
it.
saying. I'm saying the situation was.
that was the perception of that.
That was the
As soon as
perception
a
was
woman
is by the time you're able
puberty,
to
she's
bear
of childbearing
children, then
age.
you should be able to do something.
But that's what Blaze
And-
was talking about the time. That's
in
what the
modern
time.
in
the
modern
time.
times, we understand that you don't become a true adult until after 25 because your
Right.
cerebral cortex don't do what it's supposed to do until
But
after a
also the
certain
eggs
age.
start. Biology say the eggs start waning at that age too.
For y'all.
For us,
So for us,
Just to be clear, at
that's
25.
that we don't
not
get
necessarily at 25.
I'm saying, like,
We
just
can
to
spread the
clarify
seed
what
After-
you're
we don't
doing.
get into our peak
25
until
it
after that.
starts.
though.
You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, but you can still
we're
spread
born
the
with an
seed
egg.
early.
Mentally.
Mentally.
Yeah.
Mentally.
To be able to father and be able to
Get
you
into
know,
your mental peak
yes.
until after 25 for us. So for y'all, it's like, yo, your body's supposed to do this at this time because that's the peak time. So we're talking about a time where people are less, I don't know if we're going to say,
Sophisticated.
not going to say less sophisticated because that's their culture.
So
That's their
cool,
culture in that
right.
time.
So
right?
less informed.
It's not even less
Not
informed.
even informed.
It's
That's
politically
what's appropriate
correct
to their culture.
it's
I don't
cultural appropriation to their time.
so less
We
so
live in
less
the United States. Like we got these rules and
It's
these laws that
cultural
we follow
appropriation
by,
to their time.
that we
Because
abide
guess
by.
what?
But I mean cuz I
Having sex with a young ass girl,
Here,
Like, come on.
here,
But I
but
would-
in Italy, kids have liquor with dinner. They
Early.
have wine with dinner.
And that shit.
It's
and
normalized, so it really depends on what your culture is.
Well, actually,
having
in
sex with a
America,
young
your
ass
child
girl
can
wasn't
drink
okay
at a
here,
younger age
but
as
slavery
well if
was.
you allow
if
them
you
to.
would consent to it.
Like they
But
could
I mean,
be-
it was
they could
okay
be
at a
home,
certain
your
point,
kid could
though.
be 13 years old. And
having
you let him
sex
have
with a
glass
young
of
ass
wine.
girl was
It's
taboo,
okay.
but
You can actually
slavery
take them
was
to a
not
restaurant.
I
okay.
know. I have
Yeah.
kids.
That's not really true
Slavery
because
was
take
okay.
in the
Yeah,
same
so
time
restaurant,
they
let
was
them
marrying
drink.
At the
bitches off
same
who was
time.
14.
No, what I'm saying was having sex and wed with a young ass girl was not okay, but slavery was at the same time.
I disagree. I
It's
feel
not
like
disagreeing. You can't disagree with me.
It's
You
a
gotta
fact.
disagree with
that's not a
history.
fact though. They were marrying bitches off at 14.
Some niggas was still doing that, but it wasn't.
They was marrying bitches off at 14.
It wasn't widespread.
Why they
think
gotta
it
be
was.
bitches though? They was 14.
I don't
Yeah,
mean it
why
like
they
Why
gotta
you
be
keep
bitches?
saying
I don't mean it
that?
like that. All right,
Good
all right.
Rex.
My apologies.
Your mic
They're
far,
marrying
Rex.
young
Your
women
mic
off
far,
at
Rex.
14.
Yaxin,
My
your mic
apologies.
far.
I don't mean it like that.
Your mic far.
My intention was not to
Stop calling these
disrespect.
bitches.
My intention was not to disrespect these
They're
little
too young.
bitches.
I'm just saying.
These little women.
Listen, I'm
apologize.
saying
Little women.
I'm saying
I
realistically,
apologize.
bro.
I'm just playing around.
I'm saying, nah, you good though, but I'm saying
I'm not
realistically,
though.
I had to have a conversation with my grandmother to put life into perspective, right? Because
A lot of times that's what it comes down to.
nah, because I had to start. What I started trying to do was understand why my mother was the way she was. Because I need to understand why my mother was the way she was, or my aunts was the way they was, and why they raised us the way they did. So I had to understand why my great grandparents did what they did to raise my grandmother the way she did. I had to start like.
That's why I'm glad
Asking
that he
questions.
mentioned what he mentioned about the influence of the prevalence that fathers have when they are
Yeah,
around.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, whether systematically or not, fathers were absent in the black community for
a while.
some generations.
Yeah.
So women were left to figure it out on their own. So I really hate when people have these conversations about the 50-50 and the money and men taking care of women, because where I come from, women carried the hood on their back.
Yeah, I was raised in a matriarch.
Yeah,
You know,
most niggas who come from the hood was.
Yeah.
And especially in our age group. So like I said, whether systematically or not, when men complain about the choices that women make,
There
or the
was
way
no
that they
niggas around
operate,
to
it's
influence the choices.
you was where
So
was
I got
you?
a question. This is some shit that we see a lot that's kind of been popping up. When a woman raises a child, and you as a single mother, you could answer this. When a woman
you're
raises
assuming
raises a
she's
child.
He just made an assumption that I'm a single mother.
You
That's
said, my fault.
crazy.
You said you was divorced, so I just went there. But if you're not single,
I
mother,
just
then
asked
you
I
know.
am. No,
Y'all niggas trying to fuck me up. niggas.
Nah, but at the end of the day,
went
bro,
up, all that shit. Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
at the end of the day,
That
bro,
nigga started
you
sweating a
assume.
little bit.
just fucked
Go
up.
ahead.
It's sweating. It's hot. Drinking that bourbon.
Go ahead.
Nah, so
Yeah, drinking that bourbon.
a lot of times they say women when they raise a single mother versus a man. I mean, my fault. Women when they as a single mother.
It's
when
an
they raise
untrue
children
statistic. I
versus
can
a
tell you
man
right
when he
now. I
raises
can tell you right
his
now
kids
already.
Single,
It's an
they
untrue
usually turn out better.
statistic. It's an unsupported statistic. They
In what
say
way?
that women produce more poor results. Single mothers produce worse results than single fathers do. That is an unsupported statistic. When you look at statistics, you have to look at all of the numbers, right? So of course women are going to produce a higher result
Because there's so much less.
because there's so
fathers.
much of us who are single parents. Men are operating from a smaller pool, a smaller number.
But sometimes that
And then
that
you have
number
to-
is forced though.
And then you
by
have to
the- by
take
the
into
government.
effect the type of nigga who will actually take on that challenge as well. So I get where she coming from.
I love how you say
So,
the government
so the
too. Like,
statistics
The
are
system- the system puts it that way though.
yes, the statistics are completely unsupported in that regard. Now what you have is people regurgitating the opinion of pundits. They hear something, they have done no research on this. They didn't authenticate their sources, and now everyone on every podcast is reporting that women produce this many numbers of felons, and this where is really the root in this? Why are women being forced to be single parents in the first place?
All because you said it good,
It's
that
'cause
don't
of the
mean it's not.
system.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna let you get away with that
listen,
right
This
there.
nigga said I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
right
Listen,
What you gotta say, Tone? Hold on.
nah, yeah, I'm gonna let
What Tone gotta
let
say?
Tone rock, cause then
No, it's because
Get
of the
your shit
system
off.
though.
No, hold on. So I want to put it
Let
like
her finish,
this. We
'cause
had
she
a
does a good job
conversation. I had this
articulating.
conversation with this dude who was basically talking about this in a framework of like women in power. So what he was saying was women cause more violence. They was talking about this kid thing, right? So I'm saying historically that's inaccurate. Men have been the stewards of violence in the entire world historically. So he's like, nah, they've done studies where they show if women are in leadership positions,
They're more likely.
they're
to-
more likely to be violent. So now you tell me, if I have 100 rooms in a building And in each room, I got 10 people, right? And there's an even number of men and women. But in 5 of those rooms, the propensity for violence, because women are in leadership in only 5 of those rooms, 5% maybe. The numbers are a little higher. It's more like 23%. So in 23 of those rooms, women have a more propensity for violence. It's still going to be less than the other fucking 67% of the rooms.
I don't think. Yeah, rock out.
I can handle.
Yeah, rock out.
I think that because I got to take a softer approach in this regard, because I feel like I'm not gonna say the skewed statistics, but the projected statistics make it seem like women are incapable of raising great, good, competent, and docile, great men. And I don't believe.
I think that's the focus.
I don't believe, but I don't believe that's the truth.
I'm living proof.
I believe the situation becomes.
I'm living proof. Feel me? That
being
is
the
false.
young man raised by a woman, that I'm learning that as a grown man that my mother was a masculine woman because she was forced to be a masculine woman, but as I get older, she wants to be a softer woman, but because a man wasn't able to take that role for her in her life, that as I assume that role, she's able to be more feminine.
Yeah.
Because now I'm able to go, yo, mom, grandma, listen, this is what we doing, this is what we not doing, type thing. Because they know that my leadership leads us to where we need to go. They're able to go, I'm okay with that.
It also adds like an underlying want, because you think about when you was younger, what they tell you, you the man of the house. I
never was told I was the man of the house.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm talking about boys.
I was told that.
I
think if my brother, he was the man of the house. If he wasn't at the house, I was the man of the house. No matter what the age I think
it's underlying.
You're not the man of the house.
The crazy thing about
they would say
the vital importance
of
the
masculinity,
right?
But not just the masculinity.
Everybody
the
here was raised by
it was
women.
simple shit like
the
take out the
unit
trash because
itself.
you the man of the house.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Because if a man is raising a child alone, it's still an imbalance.
Hey, listen, I think men are better at raising. I'm a single father of a son. And that's easy for me as a male because I can raise my son to be the man that he should be, the man I wanted to be.
You know what a man look like.
The person I wanted to be, right? But if I had a daughter, I don't know if I think sometimes.
And I think that's the imbalance of the statistics.
I don't know if my situation would be the same. I would push my daughter more off on my sisters because those are the women in my life that.
And she
I
needs
look
that.
forward to, and I would trust.
So we undeniably need men. This is something that I champion for all the time. And not only do we need men, period, biologically, children call for their parents at certain ages. From birth until about 9 years old, they require the nurturing of their mother. And from 10 to 18, they require the fortitude of their father. That's why it doesn't matter which way it goes. Both ways, it's an imbalance. You can still raise good kids. It really bothers me when I hear men say like, oh, single women, when some of their idols have been raised by single mothers.
Or them themselves.
Or them themselves.
Yeah,
and what's at the root of that? What is at the root of that? Is that a lot of men have trauma with their mothers that goes unaddressed. They refuse to address, they refuse to acknowledge because we have been taught to honor our mother despite whatever kind of trauma that she inflicts on us. Regardless of, like you said, the considerations.
I don't want to talk against you. I want to talk with you.
Yeah,
I want to talk with you. So, I don't want you to stop your point. I just want you to understand that when you're done with your point, I have something I want to say so we can talk together.
I understand that. I'm a grown up. I participate in conversation. Go ahead, Tone.
You was on some shit, so I want you to finish. Finish. You was talking that shit.
So let me finish.
Don't mama her.
So let me finish.
I'm not mama her.
I'm trying to get your attention to know that when you was done, I want the mic.
Tone.
He said, I'm trying to bite the beat, nigga.
Tone, this is how you talk to an intellect.
So it's
mama.
It's with that consideration that you shared. It is with that consideration that a woman is only operating from a space of masculinity because she is forced to, not because she wants to. But what happens, we know what happens to the body. What happens to generational trauma when women have been forced to do this for multiple generations?
It becomes that.
They turn masculine. Now men
They
are
start twerking at
complaining
the baby
about how
shower.
masculine women are, and you know the issue with this is, Donda said this in a way that was very beautiful in the Genius documentary. She says, you know, the genius is the man who looks at the mirror and fails to see the giant. The giant is the man who. It was something to that effect.
Oh,
right?
yeah, they were in the kitchen talking about that shit, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
A giant is
Do we got the quote? Because that sounds like a powerful ass
what
quote.
It is a powerful
I kind of
quote.
need it. I kind of need it right
She was
now.
a teacher,
So,
too. And
so
kinda need it right
I
now.
shifted the quote. I did a poem about Kanye, and I shifted the quote to basically say that a giant is the reflection that a man sees. He refuses to see the black male. So my friend says something. Black men have all of the responsibility and none of the agency. Usually it's the other way around. People want all of the agency and none of the responsibility that comes with it. Black men get blamed for a patriarchy that they didn't get to construct, that they don't get to participate or benefit from, but they get blamed for being a part of it. Right? My friend said, I get blamed for this because I'm a man, but I'm a black man, therefore I'm not a man at all. You feel me? So it's like, this is with this understanding, but women don't give a fuck about that shit.
Women are not knowledgeable enough to give a fuck about that shit.
That's crazy. That's a crazy statement.
It's not a crazy statement,
but,
though.
Because
you don't live it.
What knowledge comes understanding, right? What knowledge comes understanding, and for a long time, like I said, now if I could tie it back in, me trying to understand why my mother is the way she is, because all I know growing up was I was grandma baby. It didn't matter what I did. Grandma, I go to jail, I get a crime. My mother, like, I'm not bonding shit. My grandmother, I don't want to see that nigga in them tans or them oranges, bonding them out. So I was grandma baby. And I understood that for my whole life. Everybody knew Tone is grandma baby. And I never understood why I was grandma baby. But now, as a man, that kind of shifted from me to my son. Mm-hmm. Right? But now I'm taking a position role in my family of, I'm realizing that the older niggas that said we was lazy, said we was this, said we was that, they're not all the way what they said they was neither. Mm-hmm. So now as a person that can assume these roles of going, yo, I got a plan for us. I got a plan for the family. I got a plan for this money. I got a plan for this. I get a little bit more respect on top of being the person that's like, yo, I got full custody of my son.
But it's scary when you make a blanket statement
that. I'm not making a blanket statement.
Yeah, when you say women are not, most women are not knowledgeable, that's an overarching generalization.
That's not what I was saying. What I'm saying is people who don't understand it in that regard are unknowledgeable enough to understand it in that regard. It's almost like saying,
just to make an analogy,
if you understand the man
so
as the
I
be
understand
man, to understand the woman as the be a woman.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that we have, all right, that itself,
wrong words to choose.
Not even that itself is too finite and too concrete, because so many men were raised by women who couldn't show them how to be a real man.
Exactly.
That's what he's saying.
So it's not
what
just women who are without this knowledge because of the way that they operated from. But it is men who are also without this knowledge.
That's his point.
What I'm saying. That's exactly my point. That was exactly the point.
It's not chicken or egg. It's, hey, can we find a way to infuse this knowledge into the gene pool so it's not missing
it's
anymore.
Like saying from a perspective of, you say you're a very intelligent, knowledgeable woman, right? And you know what certain things should be said, done, how it operated. But even as the mother, can you still do the job of the man as the mother?
Absolutely not.
All right, so with knowing that, there's this thing still. It's this fucking thing. It's this, I don't know what word we use for it, but it's this fucking thing in the black and brown community, which is everybody has to play their part effectively for things to work. And 9 times out of 10, everybody doesn't play their part effectively.
And that's why I said muscle memory is an issue. It's called generational trauma. Is that because people have Black and brown people have experienced unrelenting trauma is that their body is operating away subconsciously without them even being able to. So we're trying to undo generations. We talk about 500 plus years of generational trauma that has systematically and intentionally broken the black nuclear structure to be able to we can't just say out loud, and that's the issue with the gender wars right now, is that people are just saying out loud this. It is not enough to just say it.
I don't want a gender war with y'all because I don't think that I think the gender war is dumb as fuck.
Dumb as fuck.
But what I'm saying is, as a man, right? I'm learning to be a man. I didn't have in 90% of the ways in my life that my father wasn't in my life like I wanted him to be, but I'm learning as I get older, I become more and more like my father in the good ways. But is it genetics or is it teaching? I can't determine.
No, it's
I
learning.
can't decipher.
Probably learning.
I'm in my young 30s. Maybe by 60, I could come back and tell y'all niggas and write a book and go, I learned this. But what I had to start doing was, I'm a person that loves information. So now I have to understand how my grandmother was raised, to understand how my mother was raised by my grandmother, to understand why certain things my mother did was okay with us and why it makes sense, right? And without me disclosing all my family information, as you dig more and more into this shit, you realize that slavery is not as old as we think it is.
Yeah, that shit is
going back to the whole situation about
It's
like
right around the corner. And
men and women raising kids. You was raised by a woman. You turn out to be okay.
But not just that.
You turn out to everybody here.
What you said is completely right. What you said is completely right. But what I'm saying is that people cannot see past their survival.
You're correct.
People, and it's not about a desire not to know. It's like, how the fuck do people have the capacity to? You're very fortunate.
But when you say seeing past my survival, as me being a nigga that was growing up outside, my survival is I have to adopt some of these barbaric tactics to survive.
Yeah.
Right? What I'm saying? So
it's seeing past your survival is not just adopting that shit that is maybe not innate to us, but we're forced into for survival, but your propensity for seeking knowledge and that the ability to do that, to be able to even do that is a luxury.
I don't put everything that I'm able to do as a person on every person, because the more people I encounter, I realize that most people aren't like me.
Don't have that capacity.
So this clip has been going around recently, and it's an old clip of the RZA talking about the 5% nation, where he's talking about the people who have the knowledge versus and whether people look at it from the nations of the earth and the gods, regardless, that is the reality. Is that there's 85% of the population as what they deem as dumb, deaf, and blind. And that's just the way that it's going to be. So
80-20 rule, bro.
There is going to be individuals like us who do have these intellectual conversations. 90%. But the expectation for the rest of humanity to just operate outside of their survival is crazy.
The problem is it's higher than
Yeah,
that.
hold on, I ain't gonna hold you. Your mic
I
doing
was
some
just
funny
about to
shit.
fix it, and I was like, nah.
What, this right here?
That's
Gucci?
That shit looking like a dildo.
Yo, get the fuck out of here, dog.
Yo, not for real.
Rico just shaking his head.
Y'all looking gay as fuck right now.
I don't even understand how it even got. I ain't touch this shit.
He got your arm around him, and you got a dildo in your.
I ain't understand. Yo, I don't understand. Maybe it's because I'm leaning to get my drink. Maybe it's because yo, hold on, no, hold on.
We gonna let Steve finish his thought.
And
we gotta close it out.
Yeah, nigga sit over there next time.
Yeah, nah.
As soon as Steve finishes his thought, we gonna close it out.
All right, so here's what I'm saying, right?
The mic.
As I'm listening to the. Hold up. As I'm listening to the back and forth dialogue, you know what I'm saying? I don't have any children, right? So it's hard for me to really, dive deep into the conversation on that aspect. But what I can say is, right, yes, I was raised by a single mother, right? Like I said, I was raised in a matriarch with my grandmother, my auntie, you know what I'm saying, my mom.
Like you said, everybody
right?
here.
Everybody here, right?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
But that's the last couple generations.
Yes. But the thing is, I have a.
Like, I don't. That's the crazy
You ain't
part.
great, but you.
But here's
Some
the
of
thing,
the
though.
best fathers in this generation.
Nah, but here's the thing, though.
For real.
Like
Yeah,
my
we
father.
not great, but we decent.
Nah, peep it though. My father was always. Always knew who my father was. That was never a question.
One mic.
He was always around. In a way. You know what I'm saying? But my father didn't start coming around more until I was like maybe 15.
My father moved to a whole different
You feel what I'm saying? That's when I started having more conversations with my father. The older I got, like Tone said,
never supposed to be here.
like Tone said, the older I got, I started to understand my father more. Why, in the conversation I had with him, he was like, he dead said to me, like straight to my face, he was like, yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? In his Jamaican accent, of course. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That it was just basically, essentially, what he was just like. I felt your mother would raise you better than I could.
Yeah.
Yes, I felt your mother could raise you better than I could because you're a child, and children just need that level of nurturing. And my mother's a Jamaican woman. You know what I'm saying? A black woman. Where it's just like she's dealing with all the traumas and all that shit throughout life.
Hold on, wait.
Peep.
Wait.
She's dealing with all the traumas of life, and also Jamaica is like is different. So it's like how she grew up, and then how she's raising me, right? So I always thought about it as like whether if my parents was in some kind of beef, I always say it, and I even said it to my dad. I was like, yo, at the end of the day, mom won. You know what I'm saying? Mom won this quote unquote battle. Because at the end of the day,
by default.
Because she made me what she wished you were. She raised me to be what she wished you could have been.
But looking at
you feel what I'm saying?
But looking at you as a person, right?
Yeah.
And this is the shit I deal with in my own head because I'm a thinker and you my little brother, so I'm a thinker.
Yeah.
You a thinker. You are what she wished he was. What, as a father or as a person?
As a person.
Because as a person.
Because I have no children yet.
Let's put it like this: when she met your father, he was successful.
But I mean, if you did have children, though.
Yeah, but my mom was also going through her own shit. You know what I'm saying, with her own family outside of that.
Yeah, but I'm not saying he wasn't.
Wait.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
And their relationship wasn't perfect.
No, I'm not saying
that.
What I'm saying was, Fresco Kid was one of them niggas.
He was that nigga.
He was one of them niggas.
Still that nigga. Like my youngest brother's 2 years old.
I know mad Jamaican people. I got great friends in Jamaica.
Yeah, you still got
all my Jamaican friends' parents. When I go, yo, y'all know who Fresco Kid is? They talk about Fresco Kid like.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like I have to Google this nigga.
That nigga avoided his responsibility.
Yeah, he avoided his.
They don't know your father was that nigga.
Yeah.
So to what you're saying, and you don't gotta hear this. Like you said, you can wrap this up, but I want to say this because we have this conversation all the time.
Yeah.
When I told y'all about what happened with my son, right? That was the first time that I ever had a realization that I was failing my son because I cannot provide him the things that a man would naturally provide him.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? But the reality is, what Tone was speaking to was a sort of self-actualization that happens as people grow naturally. People naturally come into that space. Women aren't afforded that luxury because they always have to operate out of resilience.
Yeah.
They always have to be mothering someone. Even when you're talking about your mother and your grandmother, they're still acting as mothers for people. There is no opportunity for us to get a break. What happens is we get what is called decision fatigue. We don't have a time. Women don't. I'm fortunate to be as intellectual as I am, and I'm viewed by people as masculine for it.
Yeah.
Most women, when niggas say that they're not smart or they can't think like this or they don't self-actualize and they're emotional, it's because they're operating the way that a woman should operate.
Yeah.
But they're operating on an extended period of time. When has the relief ever come? When men make it so optional to jump in and out, just like you said, your father got to be a father at his rate and his desire and his capacity.
His timing, yeah.
You feel me? Women don't get that luxury. We don't get that choice.
You're right. You're right. And the thing is, what I'm gonna say is,
stop fucking doing that.
And
wrap it up.
That's not what I was saying.
And the thing is, what
stop doing that.
Don't do that to the guest.
and what I'm gonna say is this, right? You know what I'm saying? I can tell.
Tired. He already rolled out from a nap.
I can tell that.
Nigga want to wrap it up.
But the guest.
Like this thing gonna get out
Hey,
of here.
listen.
Wrap it up,
Hey,
B.
y'all.
Wrap it up.
I get it, but like let the guest get that shit.
Yeah, nah,
Said off camera.
but let me end it this way, right?
We
So
gotta close it anyway.
let me end it this way. Last thought. So, all right. So the way that I am now, you know, I'm actually proud of how I am currently. You know what I'm saying? Because like my mother raised me the way she raised me, and I'm proud of her for doing what she had to do in the situations where she wished my father was around, but he wasn't around. And then, like I said, my father came around at a certain time where me and him would have conversations where now I finally understand my father. So I had issues with my father. I had daddy issues at some point. Exactly.
I think any nigga
and I feel like it's
raised
real
by
to,
his
and I
mother-
feel like it's real to say that because now it's such a it's a word, it's a social word where it's just like.
But I feel like your daddy
It's a
issues
gotcha
came
word.
after we met. And
Yes.
you can say that after we met. Because guess what? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I had daddy issues with my father all the way into the day that he realized that I was a good dad to AJ.
Exactly, and I like
Most
that he
niggas take
put,
it out on
and
their
I like that
mothers,
he
though.
put that because it's like I don't have, you know what I'm saying? It takes a village to raise a child. You know what I'm saying? And I look at Tone like, you know, Tone is an amazing father, and the way he's so active in, you know, AJ's life. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily, and not in a bad way, I don't necessarily look at my dad and be like, oh yeah, that's the dad I need. No, I look at Tone and be like, the way Tone is as a father, that's how I need to be. You feel what I'm saying? You know, but I hang out with Tone the most, and that's why I call him Big Bro, because I look at him and be like, yo, the way he is with AJ, the way he is around business, the way he moves in the streets, you know what I'm saying? That's how I need to move. I still love and respect my father for who he is and for the shit that he did teach me. But you know what I'm saying? But it takes a village, and with multiple people being around who's older than you and is an elder, because I feel like I'm the youngest in the room. I'm 27. I turned 28 in July. So, and I don't have any children. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, I'm conscious enough to be like, to understand my age and to understand where I am in life and to understand that the people who are older than me have experienced more than me. And you are the people that I need to speak to. You're the people who I need to surround myself with. Yes, it's cool to be around the niggas around my age. You know, it's
the
cool.
right shit,
but
right?
So let me
you know
ask
what
you
I'm
a
saying?
I raised
question, bro.
that nigga right, right? I raised that nigga right. I raised my
You know,
nigga right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
Let me ask you a question, bro.
Go
Why the fuck you assume you're the youngest nigga in the room?
I ain't gonna front.
That shit golden at the time.
Why the fuck you assume you the youngest nigga in the room, nigga?
Maybe.
What about niggas, nigga?
Maybe.
We
You
older
the
than
youngest
you,
in the
nigga.
room?
Move your goddamn
He
arms,
talking about
nigga.
because your shit faded in the middle.
Yo, stop.
I got the reverse blade.
Stop.
But I'm gonna end it on this part right
I
here.
stayed my shit to the widow speed.
Everything that you just said that you kind of pulled out of Tone growing up, having a father figure, and I come from a place where I'm it's kind of split for me.
Yeah.
So I had my father; he was around
Turn that ear back on, man. It got
enough
hot as hell.
for me to be like, all right, I got
now
a
you
father
hot
in my
with
life.
that little.
Yeah.
That
But
Yeah, I ain't
also,
say you had to
Oh, that
turn it
leather
on. It
on.
was just
my
booming.
father
leather zip up.
was the same
Shit,
father
hot as
to
fuck,
my
man.
sister.
Golly.
Put
Yeah.
that
And
motherfucking sauna suit on.
my brother and my
My boy
younger
damn
sister,
boy.
their fathers wasn't around.
Put
at
that
all.
motherfucking sauna suit
So-
on. Now you hot.
I was able to kind of.
I don't wanna hear about it.
Both perspectives look like.
Yeah, y'all gotta wrap this up. We gotta have casual
We about to
conversation.
close it right now. So having
what
a
am I,
father
mother?
could
Don't come
bring
here and do this
exactly
shit
what
no
you
more.
just said.
Yes,
that
yes.
you kind of got out of that tone.
Yeah.
Where it's like I recognize this is what I should look like.
Yeah.
And then everybody that they bring around, the uncles, whatever the case is, the best friends. This is this is the man that I
This
need to
is
be.
masculinity.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like when we talk about like, I was raised by a single mother, and I still turned out to who I am today.
Yeah.
Because you have some type of...
Right.
You had some sort of balance.
Yeah, so it doesn't.
You know?
It doesn't necessarily mean that I was raised by a single mother and I'm still straight. It's more like I was raised by a single mother and I came up upon these circumstances that made me to still be.
You had these different entities that you needed to instill things in you that your mother definitely cannot because she is not a man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like the first time I went, like, you know, like little
We
shit.
had this conversation. Like I said, I shared it off air. What happened with my son?
I said, y'all niggas shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because we can't do that.
We about to
right
we
now. The camera
gonna
hot.
talk
Wrap
about
that
it
up,
off
but
camera.
we
Hey,
and
but
we'll
it's
have
camera
casual
hot.
convo.
Out of my head podcast. Make sure you guys like,
Facts.
subscribe,
give
comment.
me one.
Unfortunately, we about to miss the rest of this conversation.
Out of my
But
head.
yes.
Okay.
Out of my head, yeah.
Blaze. Hey, yo, Blaze, you fired.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I don't want to do that shit no more. No way.
Out of my head.
This nigga's still going with the ad libs. Yo. Hey, yo, but check us out. Make sure y'all check out Yex and my man Steve.
Right.
Out of my head.
Sir, yes, sir.